saying? I'm just, hey man, I'm trying. You know what I'm saying? God damn it!
Oh, it's been a while since we got 3 songs from you. I ain't doing this shit for nothing. This the one right here. They came in with the heartbreak music. Okay.
Put it down from 9 to 5, so you should know.
Talk your shit, man. Talk your shit. Let's go.
And you know what else? Bust my ass so you can live good.
Oh, you feel this in your spirit.
Woo, look, boy. Now all you do is what you should.
That's crazy.
There it is.
Yeah, what is?
There you go again, complaining. What your aim is, bitch?
I don't know, but
I'm not doing this shit for no way. House load.
What's your name?
What the fuck you think this is? Hold up.
Another one?
Hold up.
Pack your bags and go.
Oh. Woo, hold on. I got. Oh, no.
I play the card, no. Do you hear what I'm saying, yeah, baby?
What you think this is?
So what more you want?
What more do you want?
How much more do you need? All your friends say, who gonna do what I do? I think the condo, yeah. But
What you think this is?
You're not working, baby.
What more do you want?
The life you live, baby. If you don't like it, play the condo.
Pack your bags and go. Look. Hey man. Peace y'all, this is the Views From The7 podcast. This is your guest Vince. I'm joined with my old boy Ivan.
What up, man?
Skinny.
What's going on?
As you know, the wifey's not here. We got into it, but not what about her though. I can't do shit. She on the mortgage. Yeah, man, shout out to wifey.
Woo!
Shout out to wifey, nigga. She on the car note, the mortgage. There is nothing I can do.
I ain't heard you like this is the dog ate your burrito and shit.
Girl, I'm only one man.
Oh shit! That nigga said the dog ate his burrito, boy. That nigga was upset. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Oh my god! I heard this boy. It's gonna be one of them ones today.
Nah, man, we good, man. We just, man, we into it a little bit, man. It be like that when you up under somebody all the time and shit. You know what I'm saying? We do so much together. Just one of them days, like, stay the fuck from home. Get away from me. I'm all right.
No, man, you supposed to love her in this time. This is the time you're supposed to love her the most.
Love her from a
Crazy
distance.
as fuck. Distance make the heart, what they say, grow fonder.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Either way.
Shit. Well, shit, I got 2 hours. I got 2
Oh my
Shout out
god!
to wifey though, man. That's my partner, man. She get on my fucking nerves sometimes.
It be like that.
And sometimes, like, just, it is what it is, man. You're not finna get on this mic with attitude. And so.
No, she'd have been super spicy today. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah, then I had to start shooting.
I would have loved it.
Then I would have had to start shooting. And then, you know what I'm saying? It's just, that's never a good combination. You know what I mean? Shoot or shoot, baby. But we have a real fucking, relationship, marriage and shit, man. I ain't out here finna be posing. Acting like shit all fucking
Shit ain't always sweet,
perfect
baby.
and shit, man. So, you know what I mean?
This is a fact.
It was all right, man. I'm having a good day. And I should be afforded that.
Today was a good day.
So if part of me having a good day is not talking to you, I'm going to do it. Shit.
I'm not mad at that.
So it is what it is.
But she should be having a good. We all should be having.
It's not my fault that you having a bad day, bro. Like, you're not gonna put that on me.
That's true.
You're not gonna put that on me.
That's true.
And so when you start the morning with attitude, keep your attitude. Don't come back running now because your attitude is gone and to simmer down a little bit. The heat off the crock pot.
No, she's supposed to be able to be like, okay, I'm no longer in that space now. But you love me again.
Fuck you.
She's human. She can have no human moments. So it's like, you know what? Today, my days just started bad. Sometimes people days start
Hey man,
bad.
we got a lifetime to go, man. 2 hours, a couple hours is like ain't shit. Be all right.
That's true.
We'll be all right.
That's
But
true.
yeah, that's why she ain't here tonight.
Hopefully she at home putting mustard on your clothes and shit.
Ah! Ooh, that happened before. That was fucked up.
The mustard shit.
Nah, bleach though. You never got your clothes bleached?
No.
Got my clothes bleached.
Oh man, that ain't no feeling like it. And not only did she bleach my clothes, man, she bleached the bed. I go home, my dog outside, laying on the bleached clothes and shit, licking it.
That's what happened to? No, I ain't never. No, I ain't never had nobody play with me like that.
Well, you told us the live show. You haven't experienced.
Yeah, you right. Like that.
You haven't experienced the shit that normal men go through.
Yeah.
You know,
You blessed, brother. You blessed, brother.
I ain't never had them kind of. I ain't never picked the kind of women that the last one probably could have. She probably could have. We just never got to that space where it was that deep.
I never want to, man. I be wondering, like, is it me or like I like toxic women though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I get a kick out of it. I don't know why. I don't know why. Like, you know what I mean? Even wifey.
Wifey not
I
toxic.
don't like it.
What? Boy, don't let that Grand Rising shit fool you. Yeah, she got her fucking ways. I like toxic women though, man. Purity is boring to me. I like good women. But I don't. Women who like portray perfection is a complete turn off. Bitch, tell me your daddy not in your life.
Do women do they portray perfection?
Fuck yeah. And then you get into the relationship with him. That's when you find out, like, man, you can't even boil hot dog water right. Hot dogs are shriveled up, man. You left him in the pot too long, man. God damn, man. Yeah, no. I like fatherless women, man. I like, women with mommy issues.
Mommy issues.
Yeah.
Nah, that's too much. Father issues, yes. Mommy issues,
Well, she got father issues. She nasty.
yes.
If she got mommy issues, she
Has low self-esteem.
something like that. But I'm cool with that though. But the one that be like portraying to be perfect, you got all the fucking answers, you got all the fucking advice, you got all the fucking knowledge.
The ones with the most advice.
And just get the fuck out of
They
here.
had the worst lives for real.
Oh my God.
Like, bitch, you have the answers, but you just not putting them on your test.
Damn,
Damn, bitch, you're like fucked up when you know it so much. That's crazy.
What page 14 on? Them type of bitches. But yeah, man. It's been a while, man. It's been a great day, man. It's been a great week. Man, I want to shout out everybody, man, for fucking with us, man. Truly, man. I've been on a high for a while, man.
Yeah.
And for those who didn't know, a lot of this shit been like an outlet for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My pawpaw man passed away last Thursday.
Yeah.
So like 2 days before the show. So a lot of this shit just been, my family and seeing my grandma in that capacity.
Yeah.
We've been dealing with a lot of family shit. And so everything that, didn't happen, it's been quite an outlet, man. But before I get to myself, man, what's been up with y'all though?
Nah, shit. I really was just focused this week. Last week we had like a
Focus, man.
Yeah, we
Tell us
had
down to holler at me, man.
we had like the warm up week before.
Yeah.
So
We didn't even talk about it, huh? Yeah, because we had a 13,000, 15 million guests on.
We did. We had a guest on last week.
Well, shout out.
Shout out to him. But yeah, so like we had the event the week before, so it was kind of like, okay, that kind of helped. And then so this week I basically was just focused on that. Like I didn't really do too much.
Yeah.
I know the lead up was supposed to be a little bigger. We got bumped. We got bumped for a nigga that was a good high school basketball player 40 years ago. But you know, other than that, I was focused.
I had to think about it. Like
Yeah.
this nigga's stupid.
Wait, what you mean?
We supposed to do a guest slide, and then we got bumped for the.
Oh,
We got bumped for the nigga that played with Lou Alcindor and shit. Cool. I mean, it's cool. It's crazy, but.
That's what I'm saying. First I ain't catch it when I caught
it
it.
was a SoundCloud basketball player, nigga.
Nigga that played basketball Pumas and shit. The Clyde Frazier's. So we got bumped for that. So other than that, though, I just was like really just focused on this. Like everything was just geared towards the show. So I didn't really
Shit, man, we got some catching up to do, man. And it's been a minute.
It's been a minute
since we had nobody else in here.
Yeah.
Facts.
Thankfully.
Other than that, I didn't really do too much. I didn't really watch anything. I tried today, actually. I tried to give that King Disease 2 a listen.
See? Oh my God.
I tried to give it a listen. The hype died down. It's me in the road. I said, let me put this King Disease on. I damn near crashed first time.
That's crazy. This nigga, man. You ain't even like Death Row?
No. The only song, and I'm trying to excuse my bias. I'm trying to have my bias play.
Lauren? Don't tell me the Lauren record.
Not Lauren. The EPMD joint.
Get the fuck.
I know we've been slandering.
Oh my God.
I know we've been slandering Rappity Rap Eminem for a minute now.
I mean,
Come
you
on.
can't be serious, fam.
Dead ass. And mind you, I can't see who's on. Like I'm listening to it in my car, so it shows Nas and it shows EPMD's name on it. I didn't know Eminem was on the record.
Yeah.
Until he started rapping. I'm like, damn, who was this? Kind of sound like, and so I checked the phone, like, oh, that is him. So unbiasedly, it just was like, oh, somebody going off on this record.
You thought that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
You thought M went off on?
It went off to me. But I'm listening to it unbiased. I couldn't see his name on it. My car display didn't show that.
Crazy.
And so that's the only, like, really, ain't nothing else really.
I didn't fuck with M verse on there
At all. Skip all of this shit. I don't
That's
like. I mean, like, I fuck with Rakim. You know what I'm saying? Rakim is in my top 5 lyricists of all time. You know, without him, people like the Waynes and the anybody you can think is an elite rapper, man. Without him, people wouldn't be rapping like that. He was the first one to bring the metaphors, the double and triple entendres, and all that shit. He was the first one.
Okay.
So he's the god. He's the god MC. He gotta stay on my top 5. I don't want to hear that shit.
Some people do, though.
I don't want to hear that shit.
Some people
like, I don't
do.
want to, you know what I'm saying? I know Nas loves, like, old school MC, but I don't want to hear a hip, hop, a hip it to the hip.
You talking about EP&D?
Get all them niggas off of they all rap like that.
Nah, I don't know. I can't remember the last time I heard too many of them niggas.
All them niggas sound like Run on Let's Get Married remix. Shit. I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, I don't know. The album, the
What's going on
the shit with
across
A
the
Boogie
sea?
with the hoodie made absolutely no sense. What is this doing?
Well, he's still like connecting. I think a lot of those records are old though. He was just, you know, the first one was so well received. He just put the records on there that didn't make it.
But I've been hearing y'all say this was album of the year for months now.
Still album of the year.
I fuck with this album.
If this is album of the year, we are in a state of crisis.
Well, I mean, you can't just throw on Nas after listening to Tank and fucking.
Yeah, you can. Why? If this is album of the year, why not?
Bro, you listen to Tank and iCarly all day. You can't just throw Nas back on.
Tank has had a strong hold on me for the last few months.
Since
they re-released the album.
See?
So I admit that, but like this was just like, okay,
it's a totally different mood.
You have to be in the mood. Like this ain't something you can just throw on and be like, okay, this shit cool. You have to be in the mood to listen to this. And then like afterwards, I'm like, okay, am I tripping? So I threw on the Libra album. I'm like, oh, I can listen to this.
T.I.?
Yeah.
T.I.?
Skinny, how was your weekend, man?
You didn't like the Libra album?
It was cool. I didn't like the Miss Pat. What are you doing?
Okay.
It was all right.
It was better.
I like the solo T.I. records though.
I think I like the part of me shit go to me. Even though Lil Baby let me down a little bit with his verse. But the
That's
part,
crazy.
yeah, just the King Disease just didn't.
Okay.
I fucked with the King Disease. I fuck with that whole. Don't even know proper. I didn't fuck with the song with EPMD. That shit was weak.
That Lauryn Hill shit, get that shit out of here too.
And I was low key excited, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'm missing something. So I read that back like 3 times. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
all right. I mean, Lauryn
Sorry.
Hill showed up. The bar about I'm trying to save souls, and they worried about you being late. Oh, okay, that was cool. Other than that, it was like
I'm not a fond of rapping Lauryn Hill, to be honest with you. I mean, I get what she did on the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, but yeah, skip.
you like singing Lauryn Hill better than rapping Lauryn Hill?
Absolutely. Absolutely, it ain't even close.
It's not close.
Not even.
That's crazy. Did you hear them Fuji records?
Yeah, you know what I put on? Killing me so ready or not, here I come.
She's rapping already or not?
But she was singing on
She
it
was singing the
too.
hooks.
You're not listening to it for that hook.
What
I
else
mean,
you
she
listen
did
to?
her shit on her
Her
verse.
verse, she had the best
But
verse. She's the only real rapper in the group.
The chorus is hard though. Ready or not, here I come.
I like her verse better
You
than the
can't-
hook.
Well, I don't like any records where Lauryn Hill is just straight rapping. I'll say that.
Girls, you know.
Singing
She was
and a
singing.
hook.
I said just rapping.
How many times have you heard Lauren just rap?
I just did on this Nas song. Skip.
Other than that, she don't just rap.
She was on the Harder They Fall soundtrack. Skip.
Who?
She was on some Harder They. She was on some
The
teams.
Netflix shit?
Yeah, some nigga, some teens nigga. You know they was, they was cowboys. The
You heard the
teens.
soundtrack?
Out, nigga.
I skipped a lot of it though.
What?
You
nigga?
turned it on though?
I mean, yeah. I skipped a lot though. I just wanted to hear Lauren, and it was Tings Lauren. So I was like, cool. Not Tings Lauren, but she was on a Ting song.
That's her roots. Them her roots. And them niggas,
Leave
she
them
got kids with.
If people don't eat chitlins because it was so leave. Some roots stay where they at. Not all roots were growing.
That's what her baby father is. Her baby father Tings, ain't
Yeah,
he?
that's all. No.
One of the Marleys.
Oh yeah.
See?
Is that Tings or Rhythm?
Bumble Clock. One of the he's
Yeah, that's
Bumble
that.
Clock.
he
Rude boy.
he that.
Yeah, he one of them. Okay.
Yeah.
The devil does not live.
He definitely one of them. He one of them.
Bumble Clock Lauren. You sound good, man.
Now I got a project with a Marley too though.
Bumble Clock Roscoe. Your verse was fire, man. Yeah, man. Bumble Clock Lauren.
Boom, 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 boom.
Bumble Clock Lauren. You're all right, them things. All right.
That nigga stupid.
Man, you stupid, man.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Come over here, slobbering, nigga. All right. Oh my God. Okay. I'm trying this dumb nigga. I can't hear him. Laurent. All right. So, yeah. Was that it? That was all you listened to?
That was it.
Mama Laurent. All right. Skinny?
I didn't do much, man. We had the show. Show was dope as hell, so that was my weekend. As far as the past few weeks, I ain't been doing too much, and like Ivan said, we had the hosting gig before that, so that led to some bullshit going to my inbox. I mean, to my emails.
Wait, the hosting gig did?
Yeah, a couple people from there were sending me music.
Oh, okay. They're like, oh, he's the Code 7 guy. Send him some music. Okay. Wait.
Mama Glotska.
What's your Russ cousin here?
Where do I see them things, man?
No, wait. Who? So not the last act, right?
There's some people for the show, man.
Some niggas that went before the last niggas.
One of the dudes, I don't think he performed. He was
I know
in the crowd.
We listened to 4 hours of Insane Clown Posse.
Oh,
Nah, shout out to them, man. We gotta catch up now. So let's start. First of all, I want to get this
Let's
out because
start
this is
there,
fresh.
man.
I want. A lot of people was disappointed last week
at the bar.
in our show last week.
Our show, our show. Digi World show.
No.
The bar shit.
Our show here
Oh, the episode
with the brother. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Disappointed. Why?
I guess it didn't give what it was giving. Just a lot of disappointment was expressed. I guess the cake didn't. The icing wasn't on the cake.
That's crazy.
But shout out to that brother, man. That was cool that he even came in here, man.
Yeah, he definitely.
Now I know him.
Yeah.
So a respect factor is there.
Yeah.
Still get these jokes if they come out, but shout out to that brother, man. Just the anticipation of it didn't give what it was giving, and I understood.
I think
it was a lot of neutrality.
What they expect?
It's a lot of neutrality. He's very media trained. It's just not what we do,
I don't think it was a point where he's not gonna say too much. I don't think it was a point where. Well, I could see why they did.
Even when we was doing us, it was just like,
yeah.
You could see him trying, but he just couldn't break it. It was just.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I could see what a disappointment to come in because even when we was just doing what we regularly do, it's not like he was tapping into it. You know what I'm saying? So I can see that for sure.
So everything doesn't work, and it's okay. But the jokes were so fire, like people were anticipating this episode, and it just wasn't hitting what he was hitting. So,
they thought we was gonna throw the jokes out again. You had said it early on, like you didn't got all your jokes out, so you didn't.
Yeah. By that time, I just think it wasn't. It just wasn't good. I just put it plainly. But I told y'all I expressed it already, and I guess we're gonna call this the recap episode. But I told y'all already, or I expressed it that I think as far as views go, Views has helped so many people, and that's taking my ego out of it. Views has helped a lot of people, but this year. Now that we got 2 weeks left, two and a half, something like that, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I felt like we took this year off, and we didn't do what we usually do, and that was because
agreed.
We were busy, doing our part and giving back, so to speak.
Okay.
So I'm okay with just doing us for a little while. You know what I'm saying? I know we got like one left.
Yeah.
We got one left. but that's gonna be a treat. Yeah. So the show, man, I felt like a reintroduction into who we are. You know, in front of so many people. Yeah. That. Yeah, I'm not trying to go back to. Well, tell the people who you are. You know. Yeah. But shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to the few people who've even thrown us oops. You know what I mean? Yeah. So start right off. Shout out to Noise, man. Shout out to Full Circle Music Group.
It's another word. It's another C word. I always forget that.
FCC.
It's FCCMG.
Full Circle.
Full Core Circle, I think.
I think it's Full Circle Core.
Yeah, something like
Music
that.
Group.
Yeah.
Okay. Full Circle, what we call it. But they threw us a oop, man, an amazing oop, man. All I did was ask that brother, you know, could we host? You know, just to get us in a different demographic. Not necessarily a different demographic, but put us in a different situation.
Okay.
And immediately, man, he was like, yeah, man, we are all for it, man. And you know, it got rescheduled, man. We had so many people excited for it, and it got rescheduled. And so, November 29th. 7th?
7th.
Oh, the 29th just passed, huh? Jesus Christ, my days. November 7th.
27.
I said that.
You said November 7th.
I said 27th.
Okay, whatever you think you said. We just telling you what you really said. Whatever went on in your head is on your head. 7 was
silent.
The 2 was silent.
The 2 was silent. Okay. Y'all niggas confusing me.
That's crazy.
But November 27th.
There you go.
I think I said that first, bro.
No, you didn't.
Definitely did.
But okay. So, the show.
Okay.
Talk to the people.
I think on our end, the show went as well as could be expected. We were in a.
Well, yeah, like you ain't been here before,
bro.
You knew?
This nigga's a rookie.
I'm not used to this one. I think it was as well as we could expect it. Like we weren't in front of a crowd we were not even a crowd we were familiar with, but with an audience we could really connect to. I think we had to go out of our way to connect to people because these were the people we could connect. Like even if it's not our core audience, I feel like we can go in certain space. Like when we did Friday Flights.
Yeah.
That wasn't our core audience. That was Code 7's core audience, but it wasn't our core audience, and we still were able to connect because it's a room full of people we can connect to.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a reach. This one was more of a reach. It's a mixed crowd. It's a lot of
very light.
Some pilgrims.
It's a lot of love and light in there.
Some pilgrims. It was some Mayans.
Heavy on the light.
It was some, you know what I mean, some Chung-Lees. It was some everybody in there. So it was a harder connect. Y'all sold me a dream on a certain artist. I'm not gonna say who, because they're a nice person. But I don't know about their wardrobe choices, and not necessarily the sweats and the socks either. But to have a shirt that's cut on the sides was crazy. That was a crazy choice. I don't know who approved it. I wasn't expecting to see that.
Yeah.
That's just I don't know me. Family was cool as shit though. Family was cool.
I think you might as well say the name now.
No, I'm not
Redacted.
The wardrobe choices.
He said the full outfit.
Wow.
The family.
Shout out to the white dude that threw at the west side with the thumb out. You definitely not from where you say you from. That's crazy.
Definitely from the west side.
He from the west side?
Yeah.
They can have him. That's my side. I don't hurt my feelings. Y'all can have that L. I think we did well. I appreciate having that come like the week before, because it kind of put you in like a mind frame or put me in a mind frame where it's kind of like, okay, kind of gave me a guideline of what we need to do for next week.
Okay.
Like,
test run.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Okay,
this works. This maybe didn't hit. So next week you can kind of have like a kind of a game plan. You're not going into next week naked because it had been two almost going on 3 years, 2.5 years since the last time we did a live show.
Yeah.
So we could have went in there completely butt ass naked. So this kind of was like, okay. Now we kind of have like a little more of a guideline to go into the show next week with. So I appreciated it.
Skinny?
I thought, I said it earlier, I felt like we really connected the third time. You know what I'm saying? Same shit we were saying. Like, I felt like when we got to like the third round where we kind of got like the jitters out, we connected and it was a home run from there. You know what I'm saying? Once that happened, I feel like it was a home run. I felt like we was put inside of a the position we was put into was kind of weird because of DJ didn't have none of our music, like no music that we plan on having, you know. So we had to kind of we had to figure all that out.
Yeah,
we had to figure that out. As far as for that, it kind of taught me with hosting, like that kind of showed me like if getting a gig to host, I would want to go with a DJ that I'm comfortable with. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna get into that in a minute, but I like to push back on that one.
Yeah, well, I mean that was for me. That's how I looked at it. But yeah, I thought as far as everything else, like I thought it was cool. Like I was the performance was cool to me. Like some of it did not. I like the band as anytime we out and I see the band doing some shit, that always like is dope to me. You know what I'm saying? I really don't pay attention to who in front of the band, like, but the band should be dope. So yeah, so that event was loud. The venue, you know what I'm saying? Like the venue was the selling point. Man. You know what I'm saying? The venue was where it's at. Yeah. But yeah, that was the 27 for me.
I had a few different feelings about it. One, it was very humbling.
In what aspect?
To get in front of a bunch of people that's like, who the fuck are y'all? It's a very humbling experience. You know what I mean? And I like that though. I needed that for myself. I needed that. I like that. I think sometimes you get to a point where you feel too big or you feel so big in your box that you forget that a lot of motherfuckers out here don't know who you are. And so to get in front of a crowd that's like, nigga, who is you? Where the next artist at? These niggas not funny. Was humbling. Was very humbling. Like, and I know they were what do we call those? Hecklers. I know they was heckling and shit like that, but it was telling me that, hey fam, a lot of niggas out here don't know who you are. Don't know y'all. Don't know Views. So it was, you know what I mean? It takes whatever ego that you have and toss that shit in the trash can. And I knew from the jump when we came out to one of the greatest E40 records ever. And the crowd didn't move. I knew we was in trouble. Not only did I know we was in trouble, but to our fault, we weren't prepared. And I think that is a situation where we did have control of that. We didn't.
To an extent.
We can get in here and we can freestyle a show and people will think it was the best shit ever. That's not, but that don't always work. And we tried to do that there and it didn't work. It didn't work.
I mean, we also didn't stick with no parts of our plans either. Like, even the plan that we had going into it, we didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, our first time coming out, we didn't do what we said we was going to do. So, even the small planning that we did do, we still kind of shied away from it.
It wasn't that I shied away from the plan that we put together. But when I was coming out, I was hearing everything. And clearly there's a disconnect here. So in my mind, that plan that we put together wasn't going to work. We was going to look like some motherfucking idiots out here, to be honest with you. And I have very, very bad anxiety.
Okay.
And I always have a plan formulated in my head of how I think things will go. And when they don't go that way, I go to shits. And I was already, I think I told you, I think I was telling you, or I said it in the group, like, fam, I don't have nothing right now. I couldn't think of nothing. I ain't had nothing to say. I just, it was just one of them, you know what I mean? It was one of them times. And this was like probably a couple days before we even did that. And I was like, man, I don't have shit, man. And even with the music that we had decided to go with, when the audience didn't connect, I was like, oh shit, we in trouble. And then I came out there, you know, I shot a couple jokes. We did get feedback. We did get feedback.
We got feedback.
And there were, I think the first set was the one where it was like, we kind of bombing out here, you know. But bombing is a learning experience. You know what I mean?
I don't think it was the first set. It was the second set.
What, we was bombing?
Fuck yeah.
No.
What?
The second set was
Both of them.
The first,
Both of them.
The first set didn't go bad because the first artist that came out, the family was right. So they were hype.
The second set was the set when I was talking about the pussy. We got some laughs. Pool pussy.
The second set was also where it was, put on the music.
That was a heckler though.
I don't think he was though. I think for some strange reason he thought that we was finna rap. Because I spoke to him when I went to the crowd.
Yeah.
Like he really thought we was artists. Like he really thought we was rappers.
But he came back a second time
and asked again. So for some strange reason.
Yeah, I need you to get your bitch ass away from the stage though. Because you heckled me last time I was out here, and now you moving close to the stage.
Yeah,
shit about to go. I need you.
But I think you know, that's where, you know, when we had Macho in here and he gave us like some great advice from a comedian standpoint. And although we not comedians, when we are prepared, we are very funny. And I just think we weren't prepared, and so it was like a dance for me boy situation where it was like we had to turn it on, and it just wasn't happening. Not to our
liking.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm going to allow us grace because, for one, we already talked about the music. The music that we had lined up, the playlist that we had lined up wasn't available to us through no fault of our own.
And that shit was hard. That
wasn't available to us. So now we're having to improvise. Granted, we didn't have anything prepared, but also the task that was set in front of us was not for what we do.
That was a heavy task. It was a heavy task.
We're being asked to carry a crowd that's, again, a crowd, not even a crowd that we're familiar with, but the crowd that's not a crowd that we naturally connect with.
Yeah.
On top of that, we were giving a time frame that's I felt was unrealistic to begin with.
Yes.
To begin with, it's like, what are we going to do for this long, this many times? That's not what if that's what you need, if that's what you're looking for, you need a comedian. You need somebody who can tell jokes.
Yeah.
We're going to come up here and talk. Niggas that come to see the show don't want to, if we're up here telling jokes, that's the one thing.
Yeah.
We don't want to hear three niggas talk for 15 minutes and then another 10 minutes and then another 10. That's not, so we weren't even the right
people.
We don't have the right skill set to provide the service that I feel he was looking for. Because there's a difference between being funny and being able to tell a joke.
That's a fact.
I can be funny in this spot all day long. being able to go up and tell a joke, and which we talked about with Macho, like being able to go up and tell a joke.
Yeah.
Tell jokes for 5 minutes is an eternity for a comedian.
Yeah.
And that's the low mark. When you first start out in comedy, they want you to be able to do 5 minutes. Kevin Hart does an hour. Some niggas do hour and a half, 2 hours.
Look, I have a whole different respect for that. 5 minutes is a long fucking time.
Especially if you're
on
not
the stage in front of niggas that you do not know. Please, if y'all ever think about hosting, 5 minutes
it's an eternity.
Is a long time.
And we were asked to do what, 10 to 20 minutes initially, and then another 10 and 10 and 10. So we were asked to do damn near an hour worth of material. Who, nigga? Who? That's not what we. So we didn't have the skill set to do the task that was asked of us. So I'm going to allow us grace to say, like, nigga, we did the best we could with what we were equipped to do.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I agree with that. I just what we did have control over, we didn't come with. I would say that. Now, if we was like out there bombing and we was prepared, I could take that. But a part of me still be like, we wasn't prepared. Now,
I get that, but I think for me as an individual, I would feel worse if it was like I had a game plan, I still came out and bombed. Yeah. If I came out and bombed and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, I can learn from that. Like, damn, I thought I knew already.
Yeah. But you know, now I do want to. It was one of those things where my anxiety was so high. Cause I didn't drink no more after like the first set, right? But my anxiety was so high, like I was frustrated, like when it was time to go back. And these are all learning lessons.
Yeah.
But I was frustrated. I was like, man, I don't want to go. It was like I don't want to go out there again. It was like, damn, I gotta go out there again. You know what I'm saying? It was one of them situations. It was like, nah, my nigga, you gotta fight through that shit. And I think by our third go round, we started to do what Views do, and we adjusted. And from there, I think we did a great job. I would say by the end of it, I was kind of like, damn, I didn't want to stop. I would say that. Because now I had adjusted. Now I was feeling comfortable enough to like, okay, now I can get into my shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? After we had the West Side shit and we had the Snoop Dogg. I was like, okay, we starting to get into Views.
That was the only song that connected.
Literally. Even Nip didn't. I was like, Nip is a cheat code, fam.
Yeah.
It wasn't that crowd.
With us in the room.
When we went outside though, when we first went out, after we had talked to the DJ and shit, when we first went out and I was looking at the crowd, I remember saying like, y'all sure this music gonna work? And that's when you was like, nigga, that E40 had a hit. And I'm looking at the crowd, I'm like, you sure? You like, nigga, everybody know that E40. And I was like, because he was playing a bunch of old school West Coast shit, so he wasn't even playing the music.
But even when he
started
with
that,
even when he started with the record that y'all wanted to go, my shit, bang. I'm looking at the crowd like
they didn't move.
No, but I was like, we going to an E4. It was almost like we was going to a cheat code, and this was something that we used on the show before. That niggas.
This ain't niggas though. Like this ain't that crowd.
Niggas.
This ain't that crowd. Like this ain't that crowd.
And I also want to say, everything that Macho was saying to us almost came to fruition, and the venue matters. And I think it is way easier. I'm not gonna say the show that we did. I'm gonna say the show that we did at our live show, and the couple shows that we've been to with Code 7.
Okay.
Or for Code 7, the ones that we went to.
Mm-hmm.
Those are more intimate settings. Like, if I'm on stage, I can literally like touch you. The venue where we were at, you couldn't see nobody.
I don't think that has anything to do with intimacy and more to do with lighting.
No. Meaning, there was nothing for me to connect to. I couldn't even bag on niggas. I'm bagging on a beanie. I don't even know who this nigga is. I just see a pink beanie. And if you wasn't all the way in front of the stage,
couldn't see him.
We couldn't see you. That shit is hard. That shit is hard. And now I see why niggas be coming on stage with 40 niggas. I understand it now. These are things that you gotta live through. I understand why niggas bring 40 niggas on stage for energy. Because when you got all those people in you got all these people in the crowd, especially in the setting that we were in and it's dark and you can't see nobody, you need energy to feed off of.
Yeah, I get that.
And
if you turn the lights up a little bit, where niggas can see who's here, I think that's,
or at least turn the lights up for us.
Yeah, it was bright. I think for what that venue was set up for, the lighting is dope.
Yes,
like you're putting all the spotlight on the artist. For a nigga to be able to engage with the crowd, though, it was terrible lighting. So again, we're at a disadvantage at that point.
Yeah,
literally, I threw the Post Malone shit, but he was sitting with about 5 or 6 other people. He was literally the only person I could see
because he was the only one with a light on him.
The light was directly on top of him.
I didn't even see. Me and him was talking about the same dude. I haven't seen his face. All I could see was his beanie.
Yeah, it had a spotlight on him.
So I could tell there were other people sitting in the section like directly right next to him, but you couldn't see them.
Yeah.
They were shadows. I saw the guy by the door and the people that were directly in front of the stage, and that was it. So if you could see the crowd, and that was a reason why I was like, okay, while they're performing, I'm going to go out and walk around so I can. Yeah. So even if I can't see y'all, I know you niggas is here somewhere, and I can kind of.
And then you know, some of our friends decided to show up and shit, which is super dope, right? But I was like, fuck, man, these niggas finna see us bombing. But by that time, once they came and we got on stage, man, we was already
connected. Like once we connected, like towards the end of that second one, we was kind of good. I think it just wasn't the setting for that. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go to if you go to a concert or something like that, I think the few concerts I've been to, you're expecting the host to really just come out here, low key hype you up, and then get you ready for the act. You know what I'm saying? We needed more. We came in being Views, like coming out to be Views, and that wasn't a Views setting. We came here to, we legit, like even when the dude saying like cut on the music, that's like I wasn't against him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you here for. Like if I put myself to be in the stands, I probably would have said the same shit. Like we didn't come here for this. You know what I'm saying? I came here for music. That's what I came here for. And then we had that set time frame in our mind. Like we got to be up here for this long. And in actuality, like we learned later, we didn't have to. They was already ready. They was waiting on us. So we really could have just came in, said our little bit, got the crowd hyped up, asked them, you know what I'm saying, and then brought the people out. But we thinking, okay, we got to crack our jokes because we got to be here. So we got to think, we got to put a show. That's what we was thinking. And absolutely. Once we realized that, once we went backstage and we realized, oh, we don't got to do that, boom, it clicked. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we got this. It's easy.
But even when you like if you ever been to a comedy show, they engage with the crowd. But I have to be able to see who's in the crowd to be able to engage with. If I can't see the shit, what am I? I'm just up here telling jokes the whole time. I've never been to a comedy show where the comedians on stage didn't actually make an effort to connect to the niggas who's in the crowd.
Yeah, but that's not the spot for that. And we knew that before we went because, like he said, Macho told us. Because I asked Macho.
I didn't.
We asked Macho. He was like, he's like, that's not the spot to go to for comedy. He said that. He told us that venue was not for comedy. Like he told us that.
Because there's too many moving parts. It's not focused.
He's like, it's too many moving parts. It's not focused on you. You can't really
until you see it. You can't really gauge.
He said the people is really far away from you. He said all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
it's different, and which is why when it comes to the live show, I'm putting an emphasis on the lighting. Like the lighting needs to be a certain way because. We just tried this shit last week, and we know that that wasn't it.
So all in all, man, and I think because we're all critics, man, I think I'm not even gonna speak for y'all, but I know I'm a critic. Can be a harsh one at times, and sometimes that comes with a lot more that comes with a lot of pressure when the spotlight is on you. And I think I was pretty hard on myself that night, and then shout out to Noise, man, and I don't get this confused. I really, really appreciate the fact that he believed in us so much that he was willing to even give us all the time he was willing to give. Because if you would have added all that time up, we're the main act. Absolutely. To be completely honest with you, if you would have added all that time up. And so I want to shout out to him, man. He called us, man. He called me later that night, man. He was on such a high and was saying, how we killed it and he appreciated us and shit like that. That made me feel a little better. about our performance that night. So I don't think we did as bad as I think we did. But that was cool, man. So that was last
27.
week. So now we come into
This week.
I want to the MVPs of the night, man, and I don't think, through the pictures, I didn't see a lot of pictures of them, in my opinion. The MVPs of the night was one, Ashari, man. I want to give her my for real thanks. She had her whole fucking family out there.
Did she?
Working on that event. Fuck yeah. Mom, dad, sisters, cousins. She had her whole fucking family out there. Aside from a few surprises the day of the show, she really did her fucking thing, man. And
absolutely,
I only needed her to really get the venue in a proper fashion that we would all like it. The venue and the stage was the only two things I was really worried about. I wanted those to be the setting to be nice.
Yeah.
And she did what the fuck she had to do with what she had to work with.
Yeah.
And she went out of her fucking way. I want to shout out to Skinny, man, because we had a scare. We had a scare in the beginning. literally about 20 minutes before the show started. But outside of that, man.
More than that.
Like 20, 30 minutes?
Nah, hell no. He worked on that till it was time to go on.
Oh shit, I thought they was worked at. Because we started 9 o'clock on the dot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked on it till like 8:50, 8:45.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
We was on the mics all night. Because when we thought we had the mics, the shit fucked up again.
Yeah, I want to shout out Skinny to that. And I do want to shout out us for the fact that we started on the dot. We started on time. But outside of that, I didn't have to do much of anything on that side of things. She went above and beyond to make sure all I really had to do was show up. We had to do was show up. And that took a lot of pressure off us.
Yeah.
The one thing I didn't want to have was a bunch of running around. We running around before it's time to get on stage. That just wasn't. That's not ideal for me.
Yeah.
I want to chill like we was doing.
Yeah.
And when it was time to get on stage, we get on stage and do what we got to do. So I want to shout out to her, for real. Yeah, she did her motherfucking thing, man. We gonna probably have to talk about me bringing her on the squad, man. When I walked in, like moms and pops was getting dirty. Like I'm like, damn, for real. You know what I'm saying? And so she did her shit, man. With what she had to work with, the venue was kind of pushing back on a lot of ideas she had. But it is what it is, man. This shit over with now. But shout out to her. And the other MVP of the night is fucking Ballin' D. And the reason I said, now I think I almost broke down for a minute when we was on stage.
Yeah.
And Skinny, you wasn't there. But when we went to the brother Jeremy's event, when we went to the brother Jeremy's event, the connection that him and Certified had was fucking amazing. Not only was he being the DJ, but he was so nerdy that he was playing off of every fucking thing he said or did. There was a song that came right after it. Bomb. And that fucking stood out to me like a sore thumb. That's a compliment though. That shit stood out to me like a sore thumb. And when we was on that fucking stage, and I know we just skipped over the whole fucking show, but when we was on that stage and she got the freestyling and we going back, it was like we was going back and forth. That shit almost got me emotional. I ain't even gonna lie.
Not even just the end though.
No, she started
that early.
With the Luther. The Luther's when I almost lost it.
The Luther and the
Romeo and Juliet. That's what got us. That's what brought us in. When she said Romeo and Juliet, that's when the strap joke came.
I was not at that point. I didn't connect.
That's when we connected. We was already connected because as soon as we walked on stage,
it was
the crowd was there for us. Like the energy was there, but we said whatever to whatever song, and she played the song, and then Ivan said something about like what song, like would you have sex or whatever it was, talking to the crowd, and she made it a mission to play her song, like a song that she would do.
Yeah.
And Ivan instantly kicked in with the joke, and that part was like, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, when she played I remember Romeo and Juliet, but I wasn't connected yet. But I was like, okay, she's listening.
Yes.
I said, okay, she's listening. That is a DJ to me.
Yes.
She had everybody's play. She had everybody set already. She knew what to play, when to play it.
Yes.
She had everybody set already. And when we start bouncing like that, I was like, I immediately start thinking about Certified. Like, this that moment.
Yeah.
This that moment. This is what I was seeing. I was like, oh shit. And I don't know what we was talking about. Oh, we was talking about Fat and Skinny Luther.
Mm-hmm.
And she immediately, bump.
But and then y'all skipping the church sex.
That was before.
That was right.
After.
That was right in. But that was right.
That was in between.
That was after.
Nah, that was. I think that was right before Romeo and Juliet.
No, it was Romeo and Juliet. Then it was Luther, and then it was Take Me to the King.
Okay.
I thought it came before Luther. But okay.
I thought he did too. I thought he came like early on.
Whichever.
Yeah.
She was on her fucking shit. Because
Absolutely.
all of that was freestyle.
Yes, it was.
None of that was planned. All that was freestyle. And so that's when I was like, we doing this shit.
Yeah.
We killing this shit. And yeah, man. So I want to shout out both of them, man. I really do. They did their shit last night. They really did.
This is a fact.
They really did.
You skipped the MVP. I'm not gonna let you do that. So you can say
I can't say she's the MVP because she was
What?
She was the star of the show. Clearly.
That's why she's the MVP.
Nah, she won the championship that night.
Who are we talking about?
My mom.
Uh-oh.
Fact.
My mom.
She threw the oop. She threw the Twix oop. She threw the Icy Jones oop. She threw us one. she threw us one of them. She threw us one of them oops, man. It just was
early.
What?
And then it was just special to me, man. And I haven't even touched on the lady said yet, so we gonna be doing some rewinding.
Yeah.
But it was special to me because I we all knew what we were all going through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My mom's being there, like super enjoying herself, knowing that she got to go back and, she's been staying with my grandma since it happened.
Yeah.
Knowing that she got to go back to my grandma and my cousin being there, just knowing what the family is going through, that it was just dope for her to be in that environment. And yeah, man, I thought I was going to be nervous. And then I just said, fuck it. And we just got, we just got the rolling, man. But I really love the fact that she enjoyed herself knowing that what she was going through now.
Yeah.
Moms was wild. Moms was wilding, but shout out to moms. But a lot of people, a lot of people was like, man, y'all got on stage and y'all went right to it. From beginning to end, no holes for an hour. Right to it. Bump,
Nigga,
bump, bump.
When we was ending, I'm thinking we only on there like 30 minutes. That shit went so fast.
That shit went fast.
I'm like, damn, we there already?
Yeah.
That shit went quick.
Yeah. It went super fast. And that's why I was like, okay, we get into the old school smooth, and we still had another topic, and I think we supposed to do some music like that. So we didn't even get through everything we were supposed to do.
2 topics we didn't touch.
And so I'm looking at the time, so I'm like, okay, well, Ball and D skipped the second song.
And then we brought it back and still went to it.
We still went to, because I'm looking at the time like, okay, I know we're supposed to be out of this venue at such and such time. We right there, so skip that and go to the third song.
And for people to understand, we sat in here for about an hour last week talking about the old school smooth groove, and that was dope to me because normally we don't do that. When we come in here, y'all don't know what I'm playing.
Yeah,
we don't know what you playing.
Right.
And so that was dope. And when you sent me the list, I didn't say nothing to you because we didn't have a music discussion. So the fact that I was not I really wasn't feeling those records was like the end to have a discussion about some music.
Yeah.
I think that was one situation where we was missing. So I just loved it. Cause I was like, okay, boom, I got it. And then it was one of those situations where like I may not be feeling it, but boy, that crowd made you respect it. And I was like, ooh, when the Deborah Cox came on, I said, oh shit.
They kept going.
I said, we got him. When we in here and we see, when we in here, we've been doing it so long, we know when we got, people that we interviewing and shit like that, we know when we got them in a pocket. And when that Deborah Cox came on, I said, we got him. It's it. When that Deborah Cox came on, I said, boy, we got him.
Then they played the whole Deborah Cox.
There were only, it was only supposed to be a certain piece of the song, and they was feeling it, and she let it rock, and they kept going with her. So I was like, okay,
yeah,
fuck it, we rolling there, fuck it.
And then the Keisha Cole, I was like, okay, all right. And so they was feeling it so much. I said, man, fuck this shit, because I don't even think we talked about it. I said, fuck it, Ballin', you gotta go. Drop that third one.
We gotta go back to the second one.
When you dropped that motherfucker, I was like, that was we made it feeling. When that Candy Rain came on, I felt like we made it. You could tell me shit, nigga. I was like,
shout out to you, because that was your pick. That wasn't my pick. Mm-hmm. My pick had came up previously in the night.
This a fact.
So I was like, all right, fuck it. I gotta find something else. I was pissed too. I ain't even lie. I was mad. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. Let's find something else real quick. And then he was like, we're gonna do the Candy Rain. I'm like, fuck it, let's go ahead. So to me, I'm like, okay, if we're on a time constraint, I'm gonna throw that one away, because this is a mostly female crowd.
It's a fact.
I'm gonna go to the songs that are, if we're gonna do 2 songs, I'm gonna do the songs that I feel are gonna connect to the crowd that's in here. Fuck, we have time. Yeah, let's go.
Then I was like, I seen motherfuckers moving around, hugging and shit, and
that shit was crazy.
You know what I mean? Coming to the front of the stage, I was like, oh, we made it.
Well, you set it up. You set up Candy Rain perfectly. I don't even think you recognize that you did it.
What I do?
You told everybody to stand up. Before we got to the song, you was like, everybody get up.
Oh, I'm
get
toasted
off
at this
for
point.
this.
I'm toasted. I'm toasted at this point. I ain't even gonna lie.
You set it up for it. Like, you set it up perfectly. Because they was already like kind of standing up, kind of doing their thing. And then you was like, y'all gonna want to get up for this one. Before she even played the song. And you made everybody get up. So then when the song dropped, they instantly started bouncing.
It looked like a real fucking concert though. Like, niggas was in the crowd, they moving and shit. I'm like,
that's why that video that I posted, Skinny's video, is like when the beat dropped, everybody did like that left.
Yeah.
It's like, I was like, man, that bounce get me every fucking time, man.
That shit crazy.
And that was when I was like, we made it.
Then Ballin' D did
the motherfucking Mary J. I said, ooh.
I said, oh, she on her shit.
Yeah.
She on her shit.
That's what I had to shout her out, man. She in her motherfucking bag right now, because
that
was another oop that wasn't supposed to come. That wasn't supposed to come. And then we went out to the nip, man, and that's when we started hugging and shaking hands and shit with the nip. And man, I was like, man, we made it, man. We made it.
It was an amazing feeling. That was an amazing
from start to fucking finish, man. We smoked that shit.
Foot on the gas pedal the whole time. Like, the moment we walked on stage, we started.
I don't even think we didn't do no acts, no piece, no.
Cause we didn't walk into music.
We got right into the bullshit. No, we did.
No, she played.
She played music. Cause I was in the midst of her playing the music. I was going to get the mic because the plan was to come in quiet.
We did come in quiet, but she started playing music like kind of like when we hit the stage.
Nah, she started playing it like soon as y'all started walking out.
Oh shit! I was
because as soon as
I was zoned out already.
As soon as Rod had said whatever, as soon as Rod said okay, he's like Skinny, Spence, Ivan, the Views from the 7. Soon as he finished our name, as we walking up, she played the music. So before we had even touched the mics or anything, she was on the music.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and it was cool that it fit perfectly, like it went perfectly. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so as soon as by the time that shit was, we was in our zone.
Yeah. I was Billy Hoy, boy. I'm in a zone. I'm in a fucking zone. So I didn't hear no bullshit. I heard when we was walking out, I heard complete silence.
At first, yeah.
I heard complete silence when we was walking out. Yeah. I didn't hear no music. I didn't hear many laughs. I mean, as we were talking.
Yeah.
I didn't hear many laughs.
Oh, you was on.
I was zoned out.
We got laughs like
immediately.
We
went right into
because when the music was playing, me and Ivan had sat down, and you was like, I'm judging you niggas now, cause you niggas already sitting down. You had already gotten to your shit. So then we instantly attacked you with the mom jokes.
You know, because
that shit was like,
I didn't remember nothing. I remember playing the Summer Walker record.
That was way later.
Was it?
Yeah. The Walker record didn't come in until like 5 or 10 minutes after.
Nigga,
it wasn't supposed to take that long to get into the Summer Walker. I know it wasn't supposed to take us that long to get into the Summer Walker.
Summer Walker took a while.
I don't even. When they played the record, when she was playing the record, I was so zoned out. I didn't even see if people was like connecting to it.
Nigga, the crowd was engaged from the start. From like our
no,
first
I'm talking
word.
about like when the Summer Walker was being played. I didn't.
I don't even know if they connected to it either.
I didn't see.
I don't know. I didn't.
But I was so zoned out, I wasn't paying attention. It was a difference between when we was hosting the gig, we looking at the audience and shit.
Yeah.
When we did our show, nigga, I was on there as Views. I don't give a fuck what y'all thinking about. I'm Billy Hoyt.
I purposely did not make eye contact. I was looking right at your ass the whole time. I was looking at you the whole
time. Man, I was in a zone, so I didn't hear no music or nothing, man. Nigga, I was up there singing Summer Walker by myself, nigga.
You definitely was by yourself. That's all you, buddy.
But shout out to that record, man. It did what it wasn't even supposed to do. Like, that kind of carried the flow of the show, to be honest.
The Summer Walker?
Yeah. And it just went from there, man. And then I heard a distinct silence when my man with the beard was brought up. He was supposed to come through, but he didn't make it. So I only told those jokes because I thought he was in the audience.
It was definitely, there was distinct silence, but there was definitely some noticeable laughter from different pieces of the room.
No. Shout out to the homie. Shout out to the homie K Ridge, Bell, and Low. I see them niggas. This was probably the first time I connected with the crowd. And when I brought his name up, we was talking about his beard and shit, because I said his name. And I brought his beard up and shit. Them niggas was in tears. They was crying, right? And as soon as I zoned into that, I kept going. I don't even remember what I said, but I know I kept going.
That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, man, that's kind of all I got for that. That's my side of things, man. I was zoned out. I was Billy Oil, baby. I'm in the zone.
That shit, it was dope. And again, shout out to your mom. Like, I made it a point afterwards after everything to talk to her.
Yeah, she told me. Yeah, when we talked. Yeah.
So I just wanted to make sure she wasn't offended. I made it a point to give Ballandia a hug and ask her like, she was like, no, you good.
Because you know what I asked? Was she uncomfortable? Shout out to her, but I did ask if she was uncomfortable, and no one would give me an answer about her. Damn, no one would give me an answer about her, but everybody was like her other was, because I don't know, I didn't even formally, I don't know what she was, who she was, but her other was like giggling. Noticeably.
I asked her directly, and she was like, "No, you good."
I looked directly at them when you did it, so I seen that they was cool, like they was engaging with it. They was laughing, like even Ball and D was laughing. So, I was like, "Oh,
you know, shit. It's better to ask for forgiveness than ask for permission." So I just like,
that shit had me, boy. Look here. I'm a shooter. And when y'all came with the mom shit, I was genuinely like uncomfortable.
You said it.
When I said I was uncomfortable, I meant I was uncomfortable. I didn't know how to. Not only are y'all shooting at me, my mom is in the front row at this time,
laughing her ass off.
So I don't know where to go. Right?
Mom's threw us all the oops, all of them. She was in the front row at that time. Then she stood up, left, and came back with someone. I was like, oh yeah, we are in the bag. We are there.
Yeah. So I was genuinely uncomfortable for a minute, and it made me, I don't know, man. zoned out, man. That's really all I can.
Yeah.
So I was
favorite.
like, fuck it. I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna bomb. I'm not gonna go quiet.
Right.
Yeah.
So at this point, it's like shit. No, fuck it.
You definitely
I'm
tucked
sorry,
in. But that
dildo shit.
my favorite part about when we was doing the mom shit, when you was trying to move on and the crowd wouldn't let you. It wasn't even us at that point.
Yeah.
The crowd wouldn't let you move on. That's when I was like, oh yeah. This is a view show. Like this is a view show. Like this is what they came for. Like they've been waiting to be able to throw a joke in with us. They've been waiting.
That's what it was supposed to be about. Like
Yeah.
y'all get a chance to be views for a night. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, we know y'all listen, we know y'all engaged through the comments or through the posts or whatever the case may be. Tonight y'all get to be a part of what we do.
Facts.
That was big to me. Like that was what I wanted to do it for.
Yeah.
You know, for the people who, you know, you niggas get a chance to laugh in person. You niggas get a chance. Like I wish the show went perfect, so fuck it. But like I at some point prior to, I was like, I hope we get a chance to actually connect, like have some sort of dialogue. But we didn't. But fuck it. The show was amazing. Like you can't.
Yeah.
There's nothing else you can do.
I just, I remember, man. I remember a lot of shit. I remember a lot of shit. I forget a lot of shit, but I remember the shit that means a lot to me. And I know, Shaka always told me, like, make sure it's always y'all three, man. Y'all got something.
Yeah.
Y'all got something rare. Y'all can do something with this. And that was that moment. It just, everything was perfect. You know what I mean? And I remember, and I think I almost took it to heart, because I'm so high on what we do.
Yeah.
I'm so high on what we do, and I don't give a fuck what crew you in. I don't think no one out there is fucking with Views. Take it how you wanna. But that show went perfect, man. And I was telling, and I remember when we, after the show, and I think Skinny even brought it up because he was like, that made me feel better. And he was like, and Wifey was like, y'all not comedians.
After the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I low-key took that shit to heart. And I don't know why.
Yeah.
But it was because it's almost like a challenge. When you tell me I can't do something.
Yeah.
And I felt like the way we was punching in and out, like we wasn't staying on topics too long.
No, we wasn't.
We was punching in and out. Bum, bum. On to the next. Bum, 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 bum. On to the next. Bum, bum, bum. It was a comedy set. It was legit a comedy set.
But it was us doing us.
You can't tell me shit.
It
Tell me shit.
It was us doing that.
It was us doing us. Like that, like it's still a different, like I still, her saying that still stuck with me and still helped me to move on that night. But like this was us doing us, like us three together on these mics doing a podcast. We're funny. That's why we call it a comedy podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like we're funny like that. So it was us doing us. And even like I said, the way the crowd was interacting with us, pushing us through jokes. Like I remember times being on stage and we'll bring something up, and like the moment of being in here, we'll bring shit up, and all three of us be like trying to think of what, like whatever we trying to think of, and the crowd telling us like this what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like this what y'all thinking about. This the artist name or whatever. The crowd was shooting it to us, and I was like, oh, this it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is like, we've had different people in here for Views.
That's a fact.
To me, the crowd was our four. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't never need another four. You feel me? The crowd was our four. That was our fourth person. Like, cause every single one of them was always on point. Even the people you didn't expect. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen the people over here even talking to us. Like, it wasn't just in front of us. So you had to really play to the whole crowd. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in there. So that's when I was like, okay, yeah, this is dope. Like, this part of it is dope.
Yeah, man, it's crazy to think about, because that's what you that's the ideal, but you never know. Like you never
Facts.
know what you're actually going to get when you're on stage. You know what I'm saying? You never know if these jokes are actually going to hit. I think we're funny. I think y'all think we're funny, but you know what I'm saying? And niggas might tell you anything, but like you having one or two we talk about homeboy music all the time. So you having to feel your homeboy say you funny. You having to feel your homeboy say you funny.
Homeboy opinions.
It's one thing when you have a crowd full of motherfuckers, and I can only see so much clearly, so I don't know who's genuinely for us and who's here for the girls, who's here for Rod. Some of y'all just bought tickets just because y'all want to do something, have something to do for the night, whatever the case may be. But to have all of y'all on one accord saying we funny, that shit was love. That shit it was dope. The feedback I got back the most was this felt like a comedy show. This is better than most comedy shows I've been to.
Facts.
That's the feedback I got back the most.
Yeah, I heard that a lot.
Like this was a comedy show. Like it's crazy. Like again, we're not comedians. We may be being funny to the people you know or people you have a relationship with is different than being a comedian. So for niggas to say y'all are better than professional comedians or comedy shows, that's dope. Yeah. Especially coming off the week we just had the week before.
Yeah.
Niggas just got done telling us y'all ain't comedians, and then this week we comedians. Like damn.
That's what I was saying, man. The worst thing you can do is tell me what I ain't.
I looked at it like that from like when we did our first show with Corner Podcast.
Shout out to them, man.
When we did the first show, the feedback was similar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like y'all funny as shit, and it was a bunch of people that didn't really. It was some people that knew us, but as far as my people didn't know Views when we did the first one. Like they had nobody in my circle had ever listened to a podcast.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, they don't listen to podcasts. So that was their experience of us for the first time. So that's why this moment was so important to me. I was like, I can't wait to do another one because this the moment that we need because of that feedback consistently in my ear every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people who came out, just bought tickets the first time, that started listening to the podcast afterwards, always asking when the next show, when y'all gonna do this, when y'all gonna do that.
I think for me it's different though because it's easier to stick out in that first setting because it's us, it's red cups and lipstick, and it's
red cups and wine glasses.
That's what I said. Shout out to Nikki.
Shout out to
Doug. So you have a podcast that's about celebrity gossip, I believe, and then you have a podcast that's about wrestling. It's easier to be funny when you're the only funny niggas in the room.
It could have easily, if we would have bombed, it could have been our crutch because we'd have been like, this one not. But legit, everybody in that, the majority of the people were there. Unfortunately, were all there for us. So these people we have a personal relationship. These are people that actually listen to the podcast. Yes. And there's no other competition, so it's easy to be funny when you're the only funny nigga there. Yeah.
Y'all talking about this. Y'all talking about this. We're in completely different. Everybody's in completely different lanes. We had a funny nigga open the show.
Shout out to Rod. Shout out to Rod.
We had women who are genuinely funny go on right before us. So this one could have been the one that could have blew up in our face. Like nigga, everybody else held up their end of the bargain.
We could have been,
but you niggas.
We could have been Kevin Hart to the Plastic Cup Boys.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We could have been the niggas that fumbled, even though we're supposed to be the headliners, quote unquote. We could have been the ones that fucked up. There's no pressure on Rod. This is Rod's first time doing anything live.
No pressure on nerves, but there shouldn't have been no pressure on the ladies.
No, and no pressure on the ladies either. This again, same situation. This is our first time going live. You know, the pressure was all on us.
Yes.
And they went and did they shit, so it could have been easily been like you niggas was the ones that stunk it up tonight.
And I think you know, not necessarily disagreements, but there was a lot of pushback because none of the ladies, and I was talking to Kale earlier today, and I'm gonna get into that later on in the show, and I told him, man, I understand everything you went through with us.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I kept taking to heart when everybody kept saying, well, you know, tonight is not going to be perfect. I know it's not going to be perfect, but if this goes to shits, this falls on us.
Yes.
On Views.
Yes.
This falls on Views and everything we've been building and continuing to build. So there is pressure there. I don't want to fucking hear about nothing about this ain't going to be. It's easy to say that when you're not.
The pressure's not on you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why I kept pushing back, man. Every time somebody would would fucking say that because it was a lot of pressure. And I'm not going to lie. Rod, I'm proud of dude, man.
Absolutely.
He set the tone.
I'm fucking proud of him. Again, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean? Kind of warms my heart a little bit. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Every time, you know, he's so appreciative.
Absolutely.
Me and him sat on the phone, you know, before he even started his podcast. Me and him sat on the phone, and he literally picked my brain for like 30 minutes to an hour about what to do, how to do it.
Yeah.
And he's been so appreciative. You know, I don't get a lot of thank yous.
Yeah.
I don't. And to see him do what the fuck he does on that stage, I was like, whoo! He set the tone. He set the tone. His first fucking time, he set the tone. The ladies, although I did not get to see a lot of them, you know, I was told that they unanimously that they killed it.
Yes.
My mom, she was the sixth member, from what I was told.
Yes.
I'm super proud of all them ladies, man. You know what I'm saying? I seen them grow from the you know, their inception.
Absolutely.
And you know, I've been on I wouldn't say these last couple of months, I've been on a nice little press run. And the question that I get asked all the time is, how is it handling 2 podcasts?
Yeah.
Right? And I actually like that question because it gives me opportunity to highlight them on their own.
Yeah.
To say, look, man, you know, regardless of who y'all, you know, how big y'all think my platform is or my word or whatever the fuck, this is the lady show.
Absolutely.
And I just enjoy listening. I'm a legit fan of what they do. I'm happy to highlight that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't got nothing to do with that, bro. I just like listening. Shout out to them, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're killing. And yeah, man, I've seen their inception and where they are now, man, and they killed that shit. The one person I do want to say, man, is shout out to Sandra, man. Shout out to Sandra.
Okay.
Sandra was in rare form. And she was on it. She was on it. I think I watched for about good 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
She was on it.
Okay.
Punching. Bum, 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 bum. I was like, oh, shit. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. And, yeah, man, shout out to them, man. Shout out to Goddess.
I liked her post today about.
I fuck with her, man. I fuck with her.
About diversity.
I fuck with her.
I like that post she made about diversity.
It was absolutely. I fuck with her, and that's when, you know, on some real. I called her yesterday. I was like, hey man, what can we do to make that better?
To make what better? The show?
Her performance.
Her performance.
You know what I mean? That was dope to me to see her in that.
Yeah.
To see her in that environment because we was just in it.
Yeah.
So I understood. You know what I mean? And man, I fuck with her, man. I fuck with her. I
Absolutely.
do. Other than that, man, fellas, y'all give me what's y'all side of
with the rest of the show? Yeah. Well, first and foremost, I do want to give some flowers to Shannon. It's 2 years. Been 2 years now. 2 years. 2 years ago, right before I came back to Views.
Mm-hmm.
You and I had a conversation. I was like, look, I don't mind coming back to Views, but I've committed to this situation, right?
Yep.
So with that situation, I was approached, and it was like, okay, it was SO. SO approached me about doing the podcast.
Yep. Shout out to fucking SO too, man.
SO.
God damn.
Great. He had some great camera work this week, and he was drunk as shit, which is crazy. So SO approached me, and he's like, okay, I want to do a podcast with you. Cool. I want to do it with this chick. All right, cool. Not a problem. So we having these meetings. He's like, well, who do you know that has a personality that can kind of offset this chick, who can kind of like provide balance? First name came to my mind was Shannon.
Yep.
Shannon absolutely hit Shannon up. She's like, I'm cool. We can do that. The other girl ends up dropping out, so it was just SO, Shannon, and myself. During the, I'm not gonna lie, we're gonna keep it a buck. During the course of it, I was like, I don't know. Like Shannon has a bunch of shit going on. Sometimes it seems like Shannon's not focused.
Yes.
So when they say, okay, well, we're doing this podcast with the ladies, and Shannon's name was mentioned, I was like,
yes,
I don't know.
Yes, you are.
Based on what I've seen with Shannon in our experience.
Yes.
The Shannon I saw on stage at the show was the Shannon I thought about when I was first asked by SO who we do this podcast with.
Yeah.
Right.
That was my vision of Shannon, and it came to fruition. So I just want to give her flowers. All the ladies did their shit. Alex did her shit.
Yeah.
Shannon had a few drinks. Shout out to Shannon. She had a few drinks, and she had mic issues, right?
I
she had mic issues.
I was told she had mic issues, so I understand that. But all of them, Jazzy, they all did their shit. I want to give them all their flowers.
Yeah.
They actually got literal flowers, so I don't know what's going on with the Views listeners. Like, what the,
no, that's cool. Don't come in with flowers, please. I'm not trying to hold no flowers.
I mean, they had flowers, cups, and shit.
Cool. I got a cake. I ain't
nipple
tripping.
ring. You got a cake that you wore all over your sweater 10 minutes after you got it.
Now, shout out to Sandra. She was like, she walked up to me at the bar and was like, everybody, I seen so many titties in the bathroom. Everybody's flashing me. I'm like, oh my
God.
Word? Who the nipple rings? What's going on?
I'm just saying they got.
Oh yeah, she walked up at the bar. She was like,
absolutely she did.
And I was like, damn. She was, and then she came. She's like, I'm cool. She always talking about she's talking on dick. I'm talking on dick.
She kept talking about sucking dick.
I was like, oh geez, in rare form. This is what I'm talking about. As far as Shannon go, man, you know what I mean. I always said, bro, and I know, you know, at the end of the day, man, me and wifey are always two different people.
Absolutely.
And my energy doesn't change around y'all, or her, you know. And I genuinely believe in what they do.
Yes.
So when wifey asks me for opinions or constructive criticism or whatever she asks for, she's never going to get Spence the husband.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'll always be there. I'm gonna always be your husband. When we talking about what you're doing, I'm a listener.
Yeah.
And I always felt like in the inception when Sandra was the host, Sandra's a puncher.
Yes.
Sandra's a puncher. She gets in and out. Because she was the A mic, she wasn't able to punch like she was last night.
Okay.
Right? So she can listen and bum.
Yeah.
Puts her in a better position.
Yeah.
When they were doing the thing where they were doing the different hosts and all that shit,
Yeah.
I was like, Shannon is the one. She brought a different energy. She kept the conversation flowing.
Yes.
She kept it going. She's the one. Don't change that. And she's been legit from there. And I don't think there was any looking back after that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I knew, you know, I always put our experiences on the forefront.
Okay.
And even when they were going through what they were going through, hey, I know these are growing pains. And I know there is always a point where somebody can come back. I will never insert myself into a situation, even though my wife is in this situation.
Yeah.
I won't insert myself and put my, you know what I mean, put my criticisms or my thoughts into what they got going on, because I knew how that felt when it came to us.
Yeah.
All right.
So when they were saying, you know what I mean, like, you know, when Sandra was on the show and shit, she came back and she was on the show, I immediately was like, man, bring her back.
Yeah.
I gotta bring her back. You know what I mean? You can't never,
Yeah.
you know you be missing it. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. You gotta bring her back though.
Yeah.
But I know how hurt I was when other people was inserting themselves into our situation.
Yeah.
So when I was looking at theirs, I was like, I hope they work it out. I hope they work it out.
Yeah.
They were doing great without her, but with her being back, they've been on a roll, and this is how it should be. And the putting on a live show. There is no way that I could do a live show without the people that I fucked with.
Yeah.
Right.
I just could not do that. And when Skinny put the battery in my back, just wasn't no turning back after that. This shit getting done.
Yeah.
And it was a chance. It was a chance for me to highlight everybody. And we sold out there a month before, man. And so that was dope, man. So, it's only right that we run it back. It's only right.
Different venue though.
Absolutely.
For multiple reasons.
Yeah.
Mostly.
But I don't want to shit on them, you know what I'm saying?
No. Mostly because we're going to need more seats.
Yes.
This is a foregone conclusion.
Fucking right.
Which is par for the course, I guess. Unfortunately for Vegas, like people have to see some shit work first before they be like, okay, I'm on board. But now, like looking at all the shit, there's so many. I wish I was there. When's the next one? Ride along. I'm looking at the Rod timeline like, oh, they giving him his flowers immediately.
Yeah.
ASAP.
Everybody who wasn't at the show, and I think there was two people I was genuinely, Shaka being one of them, and the brother Zay.
Yeah.
I was genuinely looking forward to seeing.
I know Zay
Zay
say he got sick.
He said he had overtime.
Oh, I thought he said
Say overtime. He said, "Yeah, I'm make."
But I got. Oh yeah, you gotta go get that. We got to see the brother. Was it 702 MV or something? I got to meet.
Yeah,
him.
that was dope.
Got to meet him, and Shaka, that one hurt, man. But I was like, when we sold out, bro,
I genuinely expected him to show up anyway.
That would have been dope. Because one person did get in doing that.
Absolutely, one person did.
And I respected it though. Out there by himself,
Solo.
no coat.
Solo.
I respected it.
And wasn't tripping like I just want to show up anyway. I just want to support y'all.
Fucking shout out to Noise for that.
Bring your ass in here, man. Come on, man.
I respected that. But again, man, yeah, man, it's only right we run it back, man. And we'll see what happens.
Definitely.
But I'm all, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. All we can do is how can we make it better?
We need more seats.
Yeah, it was dope. The whole show was dope. I think, like I said, I kept coming out from watching it in the back and then coming out and watching the show. So I got to see like the ladies and watching the crowd reaction to them. It's kind of what was like, okay, we're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just seeing the way the crowd was reacting to them, like, all right, we're gonna be all right. And then the Goddess performance, like I explained to a lot of people over the week or whatever that's been asking me about the show. Like, I'm like, we put her in a different environment.
Yes, we did.
We didn't really give her the opportunity to let her people know that she was there. By the time we put it out there that she was there, the tickets were sold out, or real close to sold out. And then by the end of that day, I think it was sold out. So the tickets were sold out. So she didn't even get to sell a lot of the tickets that she wanted to sell.
Yeah.
A lot of people that wanted to come didn't get to come. You know what I'm saying? And it was even people that pulled up trying to pay extra to get in. I'm like, hey, ain't nothing we could do.
Man. Shout out to y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So it was sold out. So she was put into a different position, and she made new fans. You know what I'm saying? So that's what really matters. Like, she made new fans. I wish Tizzle knew how to introduce her. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Tizzle dropped the ball on the introduction because he didn't bring the crowd in. Like, you could tell he was up there low key nervous or whatever. Me and Tizzle haven't had the conversation about how he felt or what it was, but just me watching, I could tell because by the time I put on my phone to record, he had dropped the mic. Like, damn, you wasn't even up there 2 seconds. You know what I'm saying?
Man, look, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like, that was a make or break crowd, and I could see when you get in front of it why motherfuckers was nervous. That's why when I came out, zoned out.
Especially Tizzle, because Tizzle's up there by himself.
Yeah.
Facts.
They was both on islands.
Yeah. Like, nigga, I looked at y'all for the first, we was up there for an hour. The first 30 minutes, I didn't look at the crowd, none. I'm looking at you niggas the whole time. I'm not gonna make eye contact with nobody out because I'm a fuck around and lose concentration. So I understand why Tizzle would be shit.
Facts. So like seeing all that was like I said, the ladies did their thing. I thought Goddess did her thing. So I was like, yeah, this is this is dope.
Yeah.
Like I definitely knew that we needed. Once we sold out 3 weeks early, I'm like, I can imagine. And then the day of, we got our own group chat, so we all trying to figure out how we gonna deliver these extra tickets.
Yeah. Scrambling for tickets. That shit was crazy.
So even then, I was like, shit, it's like 10 people trying to get a ticket. This nigga like, I got a few, and you got a few, so we trying to.
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Them Lucy's was going fast, nigga.
Quick.
Them Lucy's was going fast.
Like, you already sold that one? Okay, well, I got these two. Like, I was like,
them
fuck.
Lucy's was going fast.
You know what I'm saying? So shit just happened so fast.
It was dope to see that, leverage and momentum being built in real time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Built in real time, and that was dope. So yeah, we running it back, man, and there was no way. I know we were saying, we was gonna do Atlanta. There was no way after the feedback we received and the, when the next one and I Wanna comes, there was no way you can't. I got, we gotta do.
I'm not mad at that.
We gotta do what we gotta do.
Fuck it, man.
So we running it back, man. I would love to do first week of April.
What, you giving dates on the mic?
I'm already. I would love to do first week of April. So I'm putting that out there in the universe now.
I'm with that. Can you do us a favor though?
Talk to me.
Do not wait to buy your fucking ticket,
It's
please. And if you do, which is fine. Don't call niggas the day of looking for especially because a lot of you niggas weren't even looking for one ticket. Y'all looking for 2 tickets. Nigga, we sold out 3 weeks ago. There hasn't been tickets for damn near a month.
Hey,
we want multiple?
And we putting this out. I'm putting this out there now, bro.
And we even did we even got rid of an extra 2 by doing the raffle.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. We ain't going up that high.
But with the seats?
Yeah. We going up, but we ain't going up that high. So, yeah, man. But shout out to everybody that fucked with us, man. I genuinely hoped y'all had a good time. Now, I gave y'all my little recap from start to finish, man.
Of the show?
Yeah.
It was I was nervous. I wasn't nervous about us until right before we was getting ready to go on.
That nigga put his headphones on like he was going to go shoot shots.
I put my headphones on, and then my heart started beating fast. My heart started beating fast out of fucking nowhere. I'm like, when? So I luckily I had my asthma pump in my bag. I hit the asthma pump 3 times. Like, I'm genuinely like, why the fuck is my heart beating so fast? But other than that, I wasn't nervous about anything. But then you get there and it's chaos. It's like the seats ain't seating. The benches is different colors. I'm like, okay. It was a lot.
Come on,
going
we going
on.
into the venue. We going into
It was a lot.
we going into venue issues.
No, I'm not gonna dwell on that. It was a lot going on. And then it became showtime, and it just was like everything went the way it was supposed to. Rob went up there and did his shit. He was nervous. You could tell he was a little nervous. First time on stage.
After that first set, he was got that first one out of there. He was on the road.
A shot of that Jameson got him where he was supposed to be.
Yep.
The ladies went up there. They did their shit. Initially we weren't supposed to be engaged with the crowd. That was the idea initially. We were supposed to be in the back the whole time. That didn't work out. So I didn't want to watch their whole thing, but I kept going back and forth.
Yeah. I myself didn't see anyone set like that. I seen Rod's. I mean, I was watching on the screen and shit, but I didn't get to see because you could hear
you could hear it in the back.
The stream was delayed. So I could hear in the front, and then it would come through on a computer screen, or it'd be like how you felt about blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
It was like that, like subtitles and shit. So I was like, "Fuck it, man! I can't pay attention."
It was hard. It was very hard paying attention from the back. So that's why I kept. I didn't want to watch anybody's whole shit. I was trying to keep my visibility down as much as I could. So I would go catch pieces of Rod and come back. Go catch pieces of Rod, come back. I did the same thing with everybody. Everybody except the Goddess. When the Goddess was on, I was changing.
No, that was showtime. It's time to go.
Yeah, I was changing. So I think Rod did his shit. I think Rod is going to get better. I think Rod has a talent that he's just now starting to discover.
Yes.
As far as being an on-stage presence.
Fact.
And that is the reason why when you see what we built on Saturday, there is no way we cannot run that back. We would be dumb not to.
Yeah.
So for us to get the feedback, for us to have the type of show we had where everybody was uncomfortable but us, basically, to think of what we're going to get next time with the polished Rod or the Rod who may not have the same nerves. So he's going to come out just being Rod right off the bat. He was him, but he had to kind of warm,
get them nerves off
for him to see what he's going to be like when I don't have no nerves because I've already done this shit. So like it's easier for me to get into my shit. The ladies not have the issues they may or may not have had. If we say we're going back with the Goddess to say, okay,
we'd already started working on it. Skinny, I would love for you to get with her and start getting her shit together.
Oh, we going with the same performer?
Yeah.
Okay.
But now she's included.
Okay. So okay.
No intermission. She gonna do her shit.
Okay, so to have the Goddess say, okay, now I'm not nervous because I'm not performing in front of a crowd I'm familiar with. Not to say that she was, because I don't know if she was or not.
She was.
To have her say, okay, this isn't unfamiliar territory anymore, so I can just be the Goddess right off the rip. It's crazy to think of what that show will look like. Yeah.
A more polished Saturday.
Yes.
That's scary.
Yeah. We had a lot. I always say the biggest compliment is for people to see what you do and be like, that looks easy. I could do what they do. So for
Did you get some of them?
No. I did hear a few people say we need to start our podcast shit. So it wasn't that directly, but it's still like
I get it.
We made this shit look like nigga anybody could do it.
That's a fact.
Knowing all the shit that was going wrong.
Yeah.
Shit, even during the situation with the streaming and all the bullshit.
Yeah.
So to have issues throughout and it still turned out the way it did.
But even though I felt so violated, man, I told y'all. Even though I felt so violated, I get now why artists be so mad about their music being stolen. I was like, nigga, do you know how hard it is to build momentum to where niggas genuinely want to steal a link to watch you? That was like, I'm violated, but I'm happy. I'm violated, but I'm happy, man. And I'm a critic. Even though I didn't watch a lot of the show, man, I was genuinely in the back getting sauce talking to y'all. Getting sauce talking to y'all.
No, wait.
Oh, okay. Even though I was in the back getting sauce, man, kicking it with y'all and shit, and no one really seen me until it was time. It was showtime.
Yeah.
And I can be a harsh critic. I'm even harder on myself.
Yeah.
Outside of venue issues, I couldn't find nothing wrong.
Yeah.
I couldn't find nothing wrong.
I don't think I was. I wasn't nervous for us. Like as far as for our set, I wasn't nervous. I wasn't nervous for us at all. I just knew we was gonna kill it, so I wasn't really nervous for us. The venue shit didn't bother me at all because I've been doing events.
You've been doing it, yeah.
So it's always an issue.
Yeah.
So that didn't bother me at all either. I didn't know what Rod was gonna do at first. I didn't know what that was gonna look like, and so I was more nervous for everyone else but us.
Got you.
Like, I was nervous for everyone else. Like, I didn't know what Rod then was gonna do. I didn't know how that was gonna go. You know, I knew about the mic issues, so I knew you had to do certain shit with holding the mic and different shit. So like, I didn't know. I was like, damn, what's gonna happen with the ladies? You know what I'm saying? What's gonna happen with Rod when he first come out there? Is Dimple's gonna be a good
co-host?
Shout out to her, man. God damn, bro.
Yeah.
Universe was just working, man.
Like, she did great. So it was that. Goddess, I wasn't worried about Goddess, although she do normally have somebody with her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really worried about Goddess just because I've been seeing her consistently work, like consistently get on stage, and I know that she's a performer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that, like, that's her realm. So I wasn't worried about her either. You know what I'm saying? But of course I was worried about Tizzle, especially when I was like, damn, Ben ain't coming. You know what I'm saying? Because Ben had got booked to do some photography.
Get that money. Oh.
So, you know what I'm saying? When I knew he wasn't coming.
Boy, Views From The 7, y'all funny as hell, man. Shit, I want to get to the stage with you niggas, man. Shit. You know, wires in them braces, fam. It's just... it's crazy.
Yeah. Stupid. Shout out to BC. BC, I don't know how the fuck.
BC showed up. That's crazy.
Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, with everybody, like, the crowd was so going in selling the tickets, right? We was like, damn, who name is this? Who name is this? Who name is this? So I was like, is it gonna be people we really know there? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really know who had bought tickets.
No, it was already. We had that shit. It was 3 of them. They was supposed to. It was like a little system and shit.
Who?
You talking about for the front door, the tickets and shit?
No. I'm talking. No, I knew that shit was great. I'm talking about the crowd.
Got you.
The crowd in general, the people who bought tickets.
Yeah.
When they first started buying tickets, we, like, as you were saying names, we was like, I don't know that name.
Yeah.
I don't know that name. So I didn't know what the crowd was gonna look like. So as they started coming in, like, cause I stayed out there majority of the time. Like, I wasn't in the back with y'all the whole time. Like, the whole setup part, I was right there. So I'm watching people walk in. So when I kept seeing the familiar faces, I'm like, oh, okay, all right, cool. I do know you. You know what I'm saying? And when people walking up like Vinci, I'm looking back like, oh shit, that's my name. You know what I'm saying? Like, this somebody that knows me.
Yeah.
So shit like that. So that was also a relief before I came backstage because I noticed, like, okay, a good percentage of this crowd I do know.
Yeah. It was like 7:40, bro. Y'all was working on them mics, and I remember 2 ladies coming in, and they came in and sat down, and I mean, you know, doors open at 8:00, and this is legit. We had it's 7:45 now, 7:45, 7:47.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, doors open at 8:00, so they went outside and they sat. So it got to about 7:55. He was still working on the mics, and then that's when shout out to the boy Sherrod. Is Sherrod?
Yeah.
Shout out to him, man. Holding it down for us, man. I went to him, and that's when we started talking about the system for the door. And nigga, I opened the door. There was like 40 people outside already, and I was like, "Oh shit, we might be in some trouble." But we got that shit going, man, and up and running, and. Shout out to Ashari for the makeshift red carpet. That shit was hard.
That shit was dope, and I ain't see it till he was pulling up. I'm mad.
Nigga, I almost felt something when Vinci was pulling it up. I was like,
I saw legit. Y'all had already pulled about 2 inches up. I'm like, that shit dope.
I didn't catch it until the end of the show. I had to hurry up and take a picture of that bitch. I had to hurry up and take a picture of it.
I was watching her put it down, like, and that's what I'm saying. I watched the setup, so I watched the people.
The backdrop, man, that shit was hard, man.
I watched the traffic come in, and I even came back at one time. I'm like, y'all know we got a packed house, and we haven't said a word to these people.
You did say that,
because nigga, they was there from 8. Like, it wasn't like a lot of people was coming late. Like 8:30, we was packed. That motherfucker was packed. I'm like, we got a packed house. We haven't said a word to them people. So I was like, God damn, and they still coming, and then niggas hitting my inbox like, I'm finna pull up, man. I'm 5 minutes from Disney World. I'm like, to do what, fam? What you gonna do? Like, it's full. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's crazy.
I can't even say, oh, some people ain't showed up yet. No, like, every seat is taken. There's nowhere to sit.
That's crazy.
Y'all got to figure it out. Like, we had to be in the back because we wouldn't have had no seat.
That's a fact.
And that was the part of it. Like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's real. Like, we here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we here. And like you said, Ballin' D did a fucking great job.
Yeah.
I'm running around so much. I legit left the wristbands on the speaker.
Oh, the wristband's gone?
No, I ended up getting it to Anisha on time, but I was like,
yeah, shout out to Anisha, man. Shout out to Anisha, man. I was glad. You know, she's had a lot of family shit going on, man. Shout out to her, man. It's been a long time, man, since we was all together, man. It's been a very long time. And I'm not going in a state of vulnerability. I'm not going to lie to you. A part of me wished Ant was there.
I reached out to Ant recently.
And the reason, I remember our last message. I remember his last message before he quit on us. And it was just nothing that he wasn't invested in it.
Yeah. And
I understood it. Maybe he felt no moves were being made, whatever the fuck case, baby. But if he was there for that moment, and knowing Ant, he probably would have bombed anyways. But this was the moment right here, and I kind of wished he was there.
I thought about Tristan.
Tristan too. Shout out to bro.
I thought about Tristan. Like, what would look like if Tristan was still here?
yeah, I ain't think about nobody.
I feel it though, but it was just one of those things, man. I don't forget a lot. And shit like that stuck with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, I would have loved to have Ant in the crowd. I would love to have him there. I don't think I would want him on stage, but I'd love to have him there. And what made me think about that was shout out to our boy. So Alvin, which is one of Ant's best friends, was there.
Okay.
Baby
I was there. So that's what made me think about
the Simmons
and yeah.
But them niggas was so ugly growing up. God damn. These niggas was ugly, boy.
They still ugly, but he was there, you know what I'm saying? And that's what made me think about that. Like, I was like, man, Alvin here would have been dope to have and his wife.
Yeah.
Because his wife was really like, she was the whole time of him being here. She was really she was the glue keeping him here.
More than likely.
You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as the ladies started, she instantly became a fan of the ladies. So I would have loved to have seen her there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I reached out to them recently, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would have been dope to see Ant there because Ant started as a fan.
Yes, he did.
That's why I would have loved to see him in the crowd.
Like one of probably the most vocal fan of the show. Yeah. Like nigga that listened and had a critique for everything that was said on every single show. So even him being at the show as a fan would have been like full circle.
Yeah.
Same energy when you talk to him?
I didn't talk to him. I talked to his wife.
Okay.
I talked to his
Straight
wife.
though? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He reached out a few times to me. Like, I don't think we like spoke. Like, you know, he might hit me about whatever Code 7 got going on. Like, he might like a post or something or shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't spoke. We only spoke once, and that was when I was supposed to make it to go meet up with him the day of his when they was doing a barbecue for his brother.
Okay.
That's the only day we spoke. But yeah.
So you
good.
We've been bouncing. So you seen Rod. You said he did his thing.
Yes.
You said the ladies did their thing.
Yes.
You watched the majority of theirs?
No, I caught like I think 2 parts majorly. The first part was when your mom was up there.
Yes.
And then another.
She went on stage?
No, she was sitting
directly.
She was sitting like in the front, and then I forgot what they were talking about, and they brought her up. I think, and I look, I'm like,
they brought her up like on stage.
No, she was like, she stood up though. She stood up and was talking.
Oh shit!
And then it was like, That's Ben's mom. Who? What y'all? That lady that's talking? Because I had never seen your mom before.
Yeah.
I think I seen your mom once when I was at your house, and but I didn't know your mom's face.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to pick your mom's face out of a crowd. And they were like, "That's Ben's mom." They're talking about. Oh, and now she talking about the Thursday. She talking about the Cowboy game. That's that nigga mama. And they kept asking her. I'm like, oh my, this nigga's not. I don't know how he gonna feel about it. And then I turn around and you right there.
I walked off. I walked off.
I said, oh no.
I walked off.
I was genuinely shocked. Like, and they keep asking her questions. Like, I'm thinking, wifey gonna be like, no. They kept going. I'm like, oh my god. I came back in another part. They were talking about the Curtis part. I'm like, okay. But the crowd was really connecting with that. So I'm like, all right. I didn't know that it would come up later, but it fit.
Yeah, you brought it up.
It fit. But yeah, the ladies did their shit. I didn't catch. I didn't want to be too involved in anybody's show. And again, I want to keep my visibility down because I came into this thinking we're going to be in the back the whole time. So I'm like, okay, I don't want people to see me too much.
Probably like 3 people seeing me tops.
Yeah,
probably 3 people. I was in the back the entire time.
I saw a few. Like when I stood, because even with the parts where I was watching other people's show, I kind of stood like just behind the door, so everybody couldn't like see me there. I think I had to come out a few different times once people start coming in. So I did see some people, but not a bunch.
Yeah.
And then we were right by the bathroom, so whoever was coming to the bathroom, I saw.
So what was your thoughts on ours?
I honestly,
when you took your headphones off, it's time to roll. What happens from there?
Just go do us. Go like I didn't know how I was gonna go. But somehow the energy just lent itself into right, we got right on your mom. Right, we got on stage, we got right to your mom. Before we even sat down.
Y'all.
Okay, however we went. But it had turned into such a big thing in the lady show. It was like we can't avoid it. Like that was one of the bigger moments of the girl shows, and she's still here. She's right there.
Yeah.
And so it just was kind of like, I genuinely until we talked afterwards, I genuinely thought we freestyled the whole shit. The Summer Walker thing was the only thing I was able to really identify from what the game plan was supposed to be.
Yeah,
I identified a few of the questions. I thought we only hit like 2 or 3, and then when he told me all the ones we hit, I was like, "Oh shit, okay, I did miss a few."
Summer Walker was the only. That was the only thing. And it took us longer than anticipated to even get into that.
Right.
That's the only thing I genuinely was like, okay, we talked about that prior to. Everything else just felt like a Views show. Like we come in here and we say we have a game plan on how these conversations are supposed to go. 9 times, I won't say 9 times, but maybe 75-80% of the time, the shit don't go the way we think it's gonna go.
Yep.
The conversation,
for good or bad.
For good or bad, but that's how it usually goes. So being on stage didn't feel any different than what we do week in and week out anyway.
Yeah,
facts.
I just didn't want to connect with. I didn't want to get off my game, so I chose to not focus on anybody in the crowd until we were at a certain point in the show. I genuinely just. But other than that, I think we did our shit, and I try to be as humble. I try to be as humble as I humanly can be.
No, I need you not to be unhumble right now. Talk your shit. Unhumble for 2 seconds.
Unhumble for 2 seconds?
Yeah.
I don't think I done hurt nobody.
That
can do what we do. I don't know him, and that's not a disrespect to nobody. I don't know him.
Yeah.
I ain't heard him. I ain't seen him. I'm not aware of him.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody could have went up there and did the shit that we did.
Yeah.
The way we do it. I don't want to say we the best, but show me somebody.
Yeah.
I'm open to hearing or somebody
a show like
saying,
that now.
Yeah, I'm open to like, okay, well these people do what y'all, or they do something similar. I'm willing to have that conversation.
We're talking about somebody in what realm?
Any realm.
Okay, I was just trying to see if you was talking about like just locally or regular podcast that ain't really getting. I was trying to see what you talking about.
A Joe Budden, motherfucking.
I was definitely finna say that.
$1 million for the game. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. None of that shit on.
Yeah.
That was definitely my thing. Like
this was, and I don't know if it's the energy from or this is just my personal belief, or whatever, what have you. I don't think you can put us in the room with nobody and niggas is gonna be like, they hold them niggas. I don't. In front of any audience, we gonna go up there and hold our motherfucking own.
Yeah.
With anybody, it don't gotta be podcast niggas. You can put a bunch of comedy niggas on stage. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
If y'all in this, if we're talking about going up there cracking jokes, yeah, niggas might watch us. But if you say these niggas have a comedy podcast, so we're in a similar. I'm gonna let my nuts hang, and
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think I want to, and I say this all the time. And it just never comes to fruition. You know what I mean? I think I've always felt, man, between the three of us, of course, me and you, Skinny's going to shoot, but
keep one.
Me and you shoot. Me and you shoot, and I always felt like Skinny is the glue that keeps everything solid.
Yeah.
He's the glue. And I do feel like because, and another thing, man, it's crazy. I don't know how y'all be knowing how I be thinking. Like, am I a loner or I'm not, man? We need to keep the same energy. Like, how do y'all know what Dante be saying and thinking if I'm a loner? I'm not understanding it. I'm trying to understand how that happens. But I am a super. I can be a super loner at times.
Yes.
You are a outside loner. You go outside, but you to yourself a lot. But I think more of that this year, man. I'm gonna focus on that. Needs to be highlighted a little more.
What, you being a loner?
What we do. That needs to be highlighted a little more. I'm cool with going back. I'm cool with going back inside. And I'm shooting at you comedy niggas too. I'm shooting at y'all too. I mean, I was at Skinny's. I was at Friday Flights, and I was testing niggas' energy. I was testing it. Wasn't the same. Wasn't the same. So, but yeah, I want to highlight, and even collaborations. You know what I mean? I'm not, but I think what we do needs to be highlighted. And shout out to you because we almost changed the format. And Ivan was like, hey, man, what gives people the incentive to go see us? So, shout out to him for that, man. But, yeah, so we on stage, and he said the Summer Walker is what you identify with. Then what?
Because after that, everything, to me, it felt like we freestyled the show. So to get the response we got, it's just like, this ain't nothing we gotta work. This isn't something we have to work on.
Yeah,
we just walk in the room and do this shit. So I don't ever feel like, when it comes to being funny or when it comes to doing this, I don't ever feel like a nigga can make me feel no kind of way, because I just walk in the room and do this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't writing down no jokes. I'm not, I'm not studying nobody.
Yeah. I
I don't even listen to other podcasts. I don't listen to this one. I'm just keeping it a buck. I don't listen to none of this shit. I just walk in the room and be me.
Yes.
And I happen to be funny. So a nigga can't make me feel no kind of way.
Yes, about.
Nowhere. Nobody nowhere. So, and this show just, for me, it reinforced that. It reinforced that. Like a nigga can't make me feel no kind of way because I know what I bring to the table.
Yeah.
And again, this is not how I talk. I genuinely, this is probably the first time that I can remember where I even accepted any compliments or I accepted any positive feedback, because I genuinely reject it. I genuinely don't believe it for the most part.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's not that I'm ungrateful. I just don't. 99 times out of 100, I don't believe you.
Yes.
I appreciate the words. I appreciate the sentiment. I just don't believe you. I don't believe it for myself.
Yes.
This is the first time when niggas was like, y'all did y'all shit, or you that? Yeah, you right.
I feel it.
Right.
Feel it. Yeah.
And that's that.
Okay. So what? You know what? Like I said, I was so zoned out. as we were talking, it just felt like old school Views, man. As we were talking, I'm listening at the same time.
Yeah.
So like a lot of the shit that we had at the bottom went first.
Yeah.
And then a lot of shit that we had first came to the bottom based on where the conversation was going.
Yeah.
I didn't expect a Summer Walker song to be so found, you know what I mean? Be the soul foundation.
Yeah.
I was genuinely doing that to get a rile out of the crowd and shit.
Yeah.
But okay, so we talking our shit. Old school smooth.
So again, with not trying to make eye contact with the crowd, I'm trying to be aware of the time restraints we have. So at the time we go on, I'm looking, and then again we had the format that we had for the Old School Smooth Groove was like only this part of the song is supposed to be played. Like it wasn't supposed to be. It was supposed to be like a little piece of the song, maybe some dialogue, another piece of another song, maybe some dialogue, another piece of a song, then the dialogue leading to hopefully a music conversation. So it wasn't supposed to be a long drawn out process. But because of the reaction we got, she played the whole song damn near.
Yes.
And then it's like, okay, so now again, I'm still trying to be aware. I look at my watch, like, okay, we got to be out of here soon. We got to be out of here in 15 minutes. Ball and D, skip the second song, go straight to the third song. Mm-hmm. And then boom, the third song hits. And then, so the first song I noticed, Spence not into it. He don't believe yet.
No. It wasn't that. No, I was good in my head. Like I'm outside of my element at this point. Like I'm recognizing that the crowd is really, really into this.
Yes,
I'm recognizing. So I got my mic. You know,
right.
I'm doing this shit.
Because initially when we were playing the Old School Smooth Group part of it, I was like, okay, this is the concept, and then you and I like we bouncing back and forth with the ideas, and then you were like, we should do this. And I'm like, okay, cool, and you're like, fuck it, I'll do it with you. So I'm expecting this to be you and I, but when it going to it, it's me and Skinny. I still get the shower cap shit, and it's me and Skinny like really, he really like, okay, I got my own mic, I'm finna sing my own song, fuck them. But Skinny's like, he got the mic out so the crowd can be engaged, and you sit there, I'm like, okay, he still don't believe yet. So then the third song, I know the kid. I was skeptical a little bit of the Deborah Cox. I believe, but I was a little bit skeptical. And
I'm talking about immediately. I was like,
yes. And they went to their shit, and I was somewhat skeptical. Like, how is the crowd going to react? Like I had confidence, but I wasn't sure.
Either way, we was going to have a conversation about it. That's where that was my safe space.
Yeah. And then I'm like, oh, they're genius. I'm thinking mostly the women, the niggas too. Oh, y'all here grooving. Okay, cool. And then I'm expecting the song to stop, and she keep going.
Yeah.
When
you got the niggas, this a different party. When you got the niggas singing the chick songs, it's a different party.
So I'm like, okay. So now
they did the nigga parts though. Shout out to CJ, man.
But it wasn't. There was no. None of the songs had no men on it until we got to the end, and we only had the one song with men on. So I'm like, okay, these niggas is real.
No, I'm saying when you did Deborah Cox, shout out to CJ. When she said, "How did you get here?" CJ instantly said, "Bitch, I caught the bus," and all the guys started saying that part. And that's when I was like, yeah.
That's crazy. See, I missed that. So I missed that 100% completely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And shout out to bro, man. He had all my drinks, man.
Did he?
Bro, all the drinks I had.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
that
was good. So then we get to the second song. I know Keisha Cole's gonna hit. I wasn't worried about Keisha Cole. I was worried about Deborah. I wasn't worried about Keisha.
Keisha Cole went crazy.
And then Keisha Cole went up. Whew. That one I was anticipating, but again I wasn't anticipating her playing as much of the song. So again, I'm looking back at my watch like, okay, we gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of Keisha Cole, that's when you stood up.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, he believed now, but we gotta wrap it up. And then he was like, nah, fuck it, Ball and D, fuck it, throw that on. And then it went from the crowd is participating in the show to the crowd has become the show. At this point, we're curating the show. These niggas have become the main attraction at this point, because that shit came on and niggas went nuts. It turned into a legit. It felt like a house party, somewhat. So it's like, okay, the crowd has become the main attraction at this point. We just here to just we watch. I was watching at that point.
Yeah.
Which was an amazing feeling to have. Like,
that's a fact. If we would have went on any longer, I'd have probably started crying.
I felt it.
It was like I can't but no, because it was like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas, and I'm not, and please, just don't take this disrespectful. It's a lot of regular niggas. It's a lot of niggas doing regular shit. Wake up, go to work, come home.
Yes.
Like, to see everything that we've done, all the fucking arguing, all the, you know, all the bullshit, all the weirdo shit, late nights,
Yes.
all that shit, and we here, and we are rocking this fucking. We
Yes.
are rocking it.
Yes.
Like, nigga, we on the stage and I see everybody just. I probably would have. I probably would have. I was trying to stay views.
Yeah, I felt it. I had to swallow one at one point. Like, damn, this is they fuck with us.
Yeah.
They're really in this room fucking with us.
It wasn't until like niggas start walking up to the stage, I'm seeing motherfuckers hugging.
Niggas was hugging, B.
I'm like, nigga, this is nuts. Like,
Niggas is
we
hugging.
doing something.
That shit was crazy. Niggas is in here hug. Like, you don't even know. I know you didn't know her when you walked. Y'all here hugging. That's
Yeah.
it's an amazing feeling to feel like I'm not necessarily. I don't know if you can claim that I'm responsible for this, but I helped usher this moment into this night.
It's a fact.
To be a part of something like that, to see it in real time, it's somewhat surreal. Like, damn,
It's a fact.
like we did this. Like, that's crazy. It's still something I'm struggling to fully.
That's why, nigga, I have a belief in what we do.
Agreed.
I don't have no ego attached to this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't. And maybe we'd be a little further if I did. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't have no ego attached to this.
Yeah.
To me, this was a moment where we're bringing people together.
Yes.
And that's why I keep replaying that video. Nigga, y'all got to delete me, bro. Like, I'm gonna keep sharing that motherfucker. Like, that was our, nigga, this was our We Are the World, nigga.
That shit went
So
up.
fuck you. I'm
That shit went
gonna
up.
keep
That shit went
reposting
up.
that motherfucker.
That shit went up. It was crazy to see that, to experience it. I'm like, okay, so now Spence believe he in. So now we're in a moment. Cool, about to get off stage, and then boom, she hit us with another one. And then Shannon came and grabbed the mic and gave it to her sister, who got pipes, and her sister in there doing. Like, oh my God, they didn't took the mic from us and then gave it to the crowd. Like, the crowd has genuinely become the fucking show.
Yeah. I ain't know niggas was gonna to go from Candy Rain to the Mary J. And I'm seeing now niggas is singing.
Hard.
Niggas is saying every word. I'm like, oh my God.
Hard.
Yeah. If we ain't had time constraints, we'd have been in there all night.
That definitely could have went another 3, 4, 5 songs.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. So it was kind of like we have to wrap this shit up or they're.
Yeah.
And so then we all, everybody came on the stage together, and that's the moment where I got emotional. Like, nigga, we did this shit.
Yeah.
Like we did this shit. Like in that moment, it was like, nigga, we did this shit. Like this don't even feel real.
Those are those moments where, like, every time we go to these shows, like when you go to see Kevin Hart,
Yeah.
or when you see different people, it's like the same people.
Yeah.
You know what to expect. That's what the feeling was like when I see that picture all on stage. Like,
Yeah.
we can really turn this into
Yeah.
something for real. You know, and to see that building in real time. It wasn't a niggas is asking when is the next one. Y'all need to do this more. SO was hitting me like, hey man, y'all was in the north this time. Y'all need to do it in the east. Y'all need to do it in the west. Y'all need to do it in the south. Like, niggas was hitting me, so I'm like, bro, it's too many things went right. But shout out, man.
Yeah. And then there's the aftermath. There's the feedback.
Yes.
The day after that, like, it's Wednesday. That was 4 days ago. I'm still receiving feedback. It's still like,
Yeah.
damn. Like, you know, this is such a microwave society. It's such moments come and they go like that. So I expected Sunday to like go up. Like, okay, we're gonna be posting pictures and da da da. Like Sunday's gonna be, but like for 4 days, it's Wednesday, and we still getting like that is again surreal to me. Like niggas have these moments, like niggas have their moments and they move on. Maybe Monday because niggas was off Sunday's football, so maybe we might not. So Monday I'm maybe expecting we might get some shout outs. Niggas might still be on it on Monday because niggas will be at work. Niggas might be they done sobered up. So maybe then it might be like, okay, we get a couple. The show was cool, but we still getting it. That shit crazy for a show. Like we've had moments on the podcast where it's like we said some shit that was impactful.
Yes.
So to get feedback for that, I expect that. But for a show, when was the last time? Not as a podcast in any realm. When was the last time a nigga did a show in any form or fashion in the city of Las Vegas? Where 4 days later, niggas is still talking about it. Any event. When was the last time? I can't think of one. I can't think of an event that I've seen or I've been to or I've been privy to where niggas is still like. For days later, it's like, we ready for the next.
Yep.
That's an amazing. Jeremy maybe. I'll maybe put Jeremy in that class. I can't think of. And we know people who do events. We know people who have shit out here all the time.
Come and go. Yeah.
Or it's just you know what I'm saying. It's just this is a Friday night thing. This is a Saturday night thing. It's not like no big deal.
Yeah.
Jeremy's the only other person that's in my field of view that I could say the nigga throw an event and they be like, we ready for the next one already.
Yeah.
Other than that, I can't think of nobody.
Yeah.
So to me that puts us in a different class. And again, this will probably be the first and last time you hear me talking about shit.
I feel it.
I'm going back to my humble bag once we turn these mics off, but nigga.
Everybody know, man, and I think it's easy to take advantage of the fact that we don't be doing. We just be moving. We don't be doing all that. I mean, I haven't been bragging at all, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm already on like, how can this be better? How can we do better?
Yeah,
I'm already on that. Like,
it's tough. It's tough. Like. It's tough because some of this feedback came immediately, like face to face. I can't look you in your eye because I'm not used to accepting this kind of feedback.
Yeah,
so I can't. Right as you're telling me this, I'm keep looking out like that's crazy. Like I'm glad you appreciated it. Like I can't even look. I can't even look. You know what I'm saying? I can't even look in your eye and accept this shit because this don't even feel like this ain't my normal shit. This ain't.
Yeah, and then that's crazy. I only had one like criticism of our show. Now when we went to the bar after spot, right? And I'm looking. I watched SO's video he posted the other day.
Yeah,
she is in the back getting down.
Was she?
Yes.
So she was lying.
Bullshit.
That's crazy.
She in the back getting down, standing up.
Singing or laughing?
Singing. Come on, fam. What you mean? But I feel it. You know what I mean? I feel it. Skinny, man. Take us out, man. Give us your rundown of the night, man, from start to finish.
Like I said, I wasn't nervous going in as far as for us. You know what I'm saying? So, the walking on stage was like tennis. Like I had like that run up, run back. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't really know what to do in the moment. Yeah, like that run up, run back. Like I didn't really know what to. I didn't know what to do in the moment. Like I didn't know where we were sitting at.
Yeah,
I didn't know what mics we was grabbing. I didn't know because I knew it was only 2 wireless mics, so I didn't know who was grabbing what mics, where the mics was at. You know what I'm saying? All of that. So just that moment of walking up was like. I don't know what's going on. So the first on stage, like once we're on stage, like Ivan said, we instantly got to the mom jokes. You know what I'm saying? So that was cool. We started shooting. The crowd is already participating, so I'm like, okay, yeah, this is that. But prior to that, when I knew we had something, is when like the proud moment for me was Ivan being the diva. Because that took me back to our first day of recording.
Yeah.
And we calling him the diva.
Mm-hmm.
And for this nigga to be the only nigga that got a whole different wardrobe when it's time.
Fucking right. Fucking right. Fucking right.
Trying to keep his shit on his head the whole time. So I was like, okay, long as Ivan always is the diva, we're gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever let the homie get out his bag.
That's crazy.
So then when we getting on stage and you know like I remember waiting on the first topic, right? But we was already shooting jokes. You was trying to move past the jokes. The crowd wasn't letting you. And you trying to get to the next, you trying to get to the topic. So even when you talking about the Summer Walker shit, the crowd is like, nigga, fuck that. Your mama, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so when you got to that first moment of, okay, now we're inside the show. It's here. We in the show. That's when I was like, I'm waiting on the questions, waiting to see what you're gonna do. And the strap moment, right? Bro, that's when I was like, we back in the studio. The crowd disappeared because now you're crying, you off the chair, you laughing, like this is the studio. The crowd is gone now.
I genuinely don't even remember what I said.
I don't remember. I just remember 9 or 12.
I remember all that, you know, I don't drink.
I remember 9. I remember saying 9 or 12, nigga. That's it. But I was, nigga, crying.
That shit came on
because it came from left fucking field, like.
Because to me, Ball and D was the aux chord.
Yes.
And she picked a fucking song that we would have all disagreed with. And Ivan took the moment that we would have took anyway. Had it had been anybody in this motherfucker that had did that with the aux chord, we would have got on their ass.
Yeah.
And Ivan instantly did what the fuck Ivan does. As soon as it happened, like, that's crazy. You grabbing the strap to this? And I was like, okay, we here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And
did the crowd react to the Romeo and Juliet joint?
Yeah, they were singing it.
Okay.
They were singing it. And then, you know, Ivan doing that. And then every transition hit smoothly. Yeah. There was no flawed transition. You know what I'm saying? Like the strap, then you know, then Ivan, then we go on another topic, then we take that topic and I think I added a topic. Mm-hmm. And then we roll with that topic. Then you shot with the topic that was supposed to be earlier, the first topic I thought you was gonna shoot. You shot that later. So I was like, every transition was just perfect. You know what I'm saying? In the event of the show. The moment when Ivan got to the old school smooth groove, I didn't remember what was on your computer. So I didn't know what song was coming.
You know what? I ain't either. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't either. Because he had talked to, once he said he was going to go talk to Ballin', all that shit went. I didn't know what you had already said. I didn't know what he was playing.
I didn't know what was coming. I didn't know what the first song was gonna be or nothing. So it was Keisha Cole, right?
The first song was Deborah Cox.
Okay. Was the first song Deborah Cox? Okay. So the first song hit the Deborah Cox. Oh yeah, it was Deborah Cox. So when the Deborah Cox hit, and as soon as I heard CJ say, "Bitch, I caught the bus," and then all the fellas say, "Bitch, I don't give a fuck," I was like, "Oh, we on," because the lady saying they shit, the fellas saying they shit back, like, nigga, like the crowd is in their bag. You feel me?
Oh, I'm mad now.
So
too, man,
when it got past the hook, I'm expecting the song cut off.
Yeah.
And she started to turn the music down, and the crowd started singing louder for the next verse. And I was like, oh shit, y'all know the next verse. So she turned the music back up, and I was like, oh, we gonna be here. Well, I don't know what time we supposed to get off stage, yeah. But we ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
We ain't finna make it.
Yeah.
And then, then we go to, the Keisha Cole, they do their shit on that. And then, like Ivan said, you wasn't as involved.
I had my mic, like I'm jamming. I got my mic out.
You wasn't involved.
You wasn't involved.
You was not involved.
Definitely through Deborah Cox for sure.
Like the earlier.
No, I said if I was in the shower, like this wouldn't be played in the shower. This would be a skippable. I know I said some shit like that.
Early in the show, you was talking about how you was standing up and we was sitting down. It had completely changed. Okay. Now we up and you sitting down, so you not as involved. So we like truly involved with the crowd. We doing our shit. You. I don't know if you was taking in the moment. I don't know if you shot a few jokes because we couldn't hear it. Whatever the fuck you thought you were saying,
probably not.
You couldn't hear it.
Yeah.
The whole stadium, like that motherfucker was like a stadium at that point. Like it wasn't like just a little small venue now. That motherfucker sounded like a stadium. Like everybody is rocking. So before Candy, like mind you, I don't know no song that's finna come on.
Yeah.
So when you make the crowd stand up, my thought was, please don't fumble. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't fumble now. Like, we on, you feel me? Because I didn't know what was coming. Yeah. And then when I heard Candy, I'm like, okay, cool. But then, like you said, the bounce, I seen that in real time. That's what made me take my phone out. Like, there's no way I'm missing this moment.
Yeah.
So I'm like, keep going so I can get this moment. So seeing that part of the moment of them bouncing with us, and you seen some people like, you know, using their phones to record. Like I seen SO, I see K Rich, I see them niggas, and I see them talking shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm catching every lit part of it. So that moment when we in that zone, and then I thought we was gonna trash Mary J. When Mary J came on, although the crowd was going crazy, I thought us being Views, like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I probably would have, but it was one of those moments where like
the moment was too big. The moment was too big.
Everybody was in a shit.
I did not know niggas knew the words to that.
Every single word. And I know it's a
rendition, but
to what?
I'm going down.
That's not hers.
That's one of her biggest records.
It's a remake.
But that's one of her biggest.
I think it's
records.
Denise Williams.
Yeah. All I know when them niggas was singing. When they was singing that shit, because I remember saying a few times when me and I was standing up, like, oh, I guess we in the shower. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he put the shower cap on and shit.
Yeah, I was like, damn, I forgot the shower cap. So at that moment, I'm like, for me, it was more so of, I'm glad Spence seeing this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I always felt like he was gonna never let us do it again. Like, that's how I felt from here. Like, this nigga gonna never give us a live show. So I was like, I'm glad he's seeing this. I'm glad he's being a part of it. Then, like I said prior to even coming on the show, like what Spence know how to do is to bring it to get the crowd's attention. Yeah. He know how to bring them into his world.
Yeah.
Even when they try to fight against it, he pulled their ass in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, every time they tried to fight against it, he pulled their ass right back in. You know what I'm saying? Even when you felt like he was finna bum, when he was saying shit that the crowd just wasn't feeling, he still pulled their ass back in. Like,
I was saying shit that
most definitely.
Like what?
We had got on the we was talking about you had asked me the question about have you ever talked your way out of some pussy? And when you started talking about it, me and I was like, what are you saying right now? And you was like, but wait. And then, like, the crowd was all looking at us. And I don't know how the fuck you did it.
Yeah.
But somehow, everybody just started laughing. And I'm like, this nigga live. Like, this nigga, like, this is his shit. Yeah. Which is what I've always said. You know what I'm saying? When we on Twitter, everything, like, nigga, you know how to grab people that don't know you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With wild shit. Because this nigga don't say what you expect. It's not like he's giving you an answer that you think is gonna come out. Yeah. It's not like, yeah, that's the average nigga answer.
You know, the only thing I remember, and I don't know how the crowd reacted to it, was the C-section.
That shit was wild too. You like,
but I told her, yeah, you know, if I was big enough, I'd slide it in her. You know what I'm saying?
Just to see the staples pop out.
Yeah.
That, like, every time you brought it back, so I'm like, yeah, this nigga cold. Like, for me, like, the moment, like, I always play the even though I'm on stage, even though I'm on the mic every week, you know what I'm saying? I always play the audience role. To me, I'm always, like, more listening, more paying attention to what's going on. So for me, I'm more, like, in the crowd type of shit. Yeah. So even, like, seeing you get right into your bag, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, we on Spence, and then we on Spence, and then seeing him get into his bag, and then even when you thinking it might change, him pulling it back in, you know what I'm saying? Like, just them moments is always great because we feeding off the crowd, but even still, we still as if we in this room.
Yeah.
As if we just talking to them like we regularly talk to them, and just this time they got voices. You know what I'm saying? Like we still just in the room. So just seeing all that, for me, I was like, yeah, this is it. Like, but for me, this is everything that I knew it was gonna be. So I'm glad that they get to see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I already felt like that's what it was gonna be anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they getting to see it. I'm glad that everything is going on at the moment. You know what I'm saying? And then once we off stage, the you know, going to the bar and all that, you know, kicking it, like that was like celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Like we going to kick it with our fans.
Yeah.
With motherfuckers that really fuck with us. With motherfuckers that really love what we do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like not just people that just happy that we're family members, or you know what I'm saying? Like you go to another event, it's like y'all meeting up here to see us. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that part of it was dope. And then like coming into the show, I never listened to a podcast. The first podcast show I went to was Joe Budden.
Yeah.
And it was trash.
Yeah.
So when it's all said and done, I'm like, Budden ain't fucking with us. We'll smoke Budden, and everybody with him. I don't care how many times he switched people. That was that moment. Like,
Yeah.
them niggas, like, I never even think about the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know y'all. You know what I'm saying? But the people that I do know, like, we smoke, like, the only live show that I do watch $1 Million Worth of Game. I do watch when they do their stage shit.
Yeah.
I do watch 85 South show, shit like that. So I was like, yeah, we smoking that. Like,
Yeah.
we can get in a stadium, or we can get somewhere and actually kill it.
Them are the only niggas I would maybe say.
Oh, 85 South, but
Professional comedians though.
But I don't feel so. They come out and they do a set solo.
All of them.
The moment all three of them sitting down, we smoking. Well, I'm not saying we smoking them, but nigga, if we the opening act, we finna help y'all. We finna warm this crowd up, because y'all moment of sitting down, our moment of sitting down, it's not similar as far as like y'all do something different. Y'all try to do freestyles and shit like that.
Yeah.
You can put any music on. I feel like we're probably the only podcast that could bomb a song, like do a song that nobody connects to, and make it a fucking moment that they never forget.
Because we've been doing it for so long.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like in any realm, in any like you said, in any realm, in any position, sitting down, I don't care where the fuck you sit or sat. I don't care if nobody in this motherfucker know we here. None of that. I don't care about none of that. In any realm, any position, with anybody behind us, in front of us, whatever the case may be, I haven't seen nobody turn moments into memories. In every instance. You know what I'm saying? Like, in every instance. Like, I don't care if you're a major celebrity or nothing. I haven't seen nobody turn what could be a bad moment into a memory that you love. You know what I'm saying? Like, they bad moments is bad moments for the rest of their life. You feel me?
Yeah.
That shit is a meme forever.
Yeah.
That don't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can drop the ball and make it worth, like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody like, that shit was weak. Like, how we come in here, you'll do a smooth groove, and we like, nigga, that shit weak. And then we go on Twitter and they still saying it's weak. We still make that a moment. Yeah. So even if that would have happened last night, we would have still made that something that everybody would remember. Like,
yeah.
And then you texting that nigga.
This nigga. Dead ass too, bro. Did he ever respond?
No, he didn't respond. He seen it though. He seen it like 35 minutes later. He seen it.
Listen. Tizzle haven't stopped talking about that shit.
Yeah, I caught y'all on before my son's game, man. I caught y'all on Icy Jones.
On Icy Jones. Tizzle haven't stopped talking about it. Nigga, that shit was so hilarious. And what made it funnier was your face didn't change. Like, you wasn't playing.
Yeah.
You was dead ass serious.
Yeah.
And it made the whole, like, when you pass me off the phone, it's like the whole crowd wanted us to pass that motherfucker around. You feel me? That your phone at that moment could have been the offering plate. Cause everybody wanted to see it. You know what I'm saying? So even that shit, I was like the shit we first off, the shit we do can't be duplicated.
That's a fact.
But the shit that we do, as much as we want to plan, we can't plan this.
No.
There's no way to plan our show. There's absolutely no way, because we make the best of every fucking moment. So we can't plan it. Like, there was no way to stay on track. So anytime we fell off track, the crowd, like, it brought me back to the first show when we was so like, damn, man, we ain't do shit. And then everybody was like, they loved it. This time it was like we was really hitting our shit. Like, you was making sure we really hit our points.
Yeah.
So we really hitting our points. But then at the same time, it's like, even planning this, we can't plan this.
Yeah.
Like, we can't plan this shit.
That's crazy.
At all. Like, we can never plan it. Like, and the best part about all it's us three being on stage is if you fall, we gonna pick it up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If Spence fall, we gonna pick it up. Whoever fall, we always gonna pick it up.
I was telling wifey, man, I said, the great thing about us is that, somebody can come in here and have an off night and we still can do well. And I said, and I went back to the show we hosted. I said, man, the first two, 3 rounds, I was talking. You know what I mean? I'm shooting, I'm telling jokes and shit, and then it was kind of like I got quiet. But then that's when y'all two picked up.
Yeah.
And so it's still, we can have an off night and we still flowing.
We gonna make it work.
I think that's the thing about it. I think that's the thing that separates us from everybody else, is that we can turn your bad moment into a good moment for us. So you might say some shit that don't connect. We're gonna make fun of it.
Yes.
So even though it didn't work out for you in that moment, in that specific,
it's gonna
work out for us.
Yeah.
Same with Vinci, same with me. When I have these niggas gonna be on my head, and it's this nigga kind of favor you. And they fucking fell out. You fell out. This nigga fell out. And I'm like, that shit really kind of hurt my feelings. I'm not gonna say nothing because everybody else is enjoying this moment. My feelings are really a little bit hurt. But fuck it. You know what's with it.
Mama be sucking dick.
Is that Curtis?
What? What? Nigga, you gonna say this shit? I ain't even sat down yet. Like,
oh my god, nigga.
Oh my god.
And that'd be the highlights. Like, to come in here and do it, and then we gotta wait for tomorrow to find out if it connected.
Yeah.
If it hit. We don't know if this shit is hitting. Like, right now, we don't know if this shit is hitting.
Yeah.
In that moment, we watching this hit every time. And like I even said earlier, like you said, these not written jokes.
No.
We didn't write this. We don't know what is coming. We just literally bounce off each other every time. We don't write this shit.
Yeah.
We write words. This nigga write words in the computer and we don't even pay no attention no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't even we don't pay no attention. We don't even we're like, all right, whatever. Nigga, when you say it, we ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what happens. And then a plus is having a crowd, and even when we go into a Joe Budden podcast, and like you got a crowd that know you.
Yeah.
So a plus is having a crowd that knows us and could bounce back. Like, you felt SO couldn't wait to shoot a joke at you. Like, you felt them niggas like, I can't wait till we get a shot at Spence. You know what I'm saying? Like, you felt it. Like, certain niggas they just couldn't wait to shoot their jokes. You know what I'm saying?
This our shot, nigga.
We ready. We ready because in real time we shoot at all y'all at we shoot at our audience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, on this podcast, like, we'll shoot at you on this pod. If we went out with you and you wore some fucked up shit, we might talk about that on the show the next night.
You fucking.
This was y'all shot. This y'all shot to shoot back, and them niggas was making sure they shoot. They shot.
That's all right, because I got more $5. I got more than $5 from you, bitch.
Yeah.
So, what would y'all? Are there any critiques? And if y'all would have did anything different?
No, I don't have anything different. I think everything, to me, most things in life are learning moments. You know, you take what you can and use it. Whenever life presents you with a similar situation, so I wouldn't change anything. There's nothing. I wouldn't get that link out. I definitely wouldn't get that motherfucking link out.
Never again.
That was the one motherfucking critique I had. I wouldn't get that link out. Nah, I don't have anything bad. I don't have anything bad. I loved every moment of it, even the parts that were nerve wracking. Even it all lended itself to the total experience. To say, damn, niggas are starting to come in and the mic still ain't ready. Like, nigga, like, are they gonna be ready? Like, it's
We legit doing a mic check with motherfuckers see.
like, you know what I'm saying? But it's playing into my nerves. It's playing into the energy. Like, fuck. Like, so then it turns 9 o'clock and it's go time. Like, fuck it. All that, you know what I'm saying? Whatever's happening in the last hour, 2 hours, the rest of the day, it don't matter no more because it's go time. So we gotta be ready.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If a nigga showed up and it wasn't nothing to do and we just was chilling, my energy might have been different. Because we had,
I would have bombed.
you know what I'm saying? Because we had so many different things going on and having to be supported for the girls, having to be supported for Rod, having different conversations. It kind of was like a collective ball of energy that went. So if I had showed up and okay, all this shit set up, everything's perfect. So now we sitting here for an hour just doing just, you know what I'm saying? My energy might not have been what it was.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't change anything. All of it would kind of lend itself to the collective experiences of this is what this show was. This is the good, the bad, and the ugly, and you take that shit and you see if you can not duplicate it, but grow it a little bit.
Yeah.
And we still going through the pictures, man. We ain't even got the videos yet, so
We haven't got the videos.
Haven't got the videos yet. I don't know, critiques. I would have capitalized on a backstage moment, on being able to use the mics backstage and talk shit before even seeing our faces. I probably would have capitalized on that part. But like Ivan said, all the build up to before, like, if I don't touch the mics, I don't feel like I'm doing my part. You know what I'm saying? If I don't touch the mics, if I don't fuck with some boards, if I don't do that part, like, that's what I was brought here for originally.
Yeah.
Is to do some type of engineering or some type of making sure the sound is right. So if I don't do that
In the same building.
Yes.
in the same building.
In the same building. So
And I don't think we didn't even say that. Like, the reason we was there. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning, I don't even think we even got into that. You know what I mean? Being a place we started.
Yeah.
You know.
didn't say that at all.
Nope.
We didn't. You know what's crazy? We didn't even say us.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, we didn't say the peace. We didn't say follow us on.
Nope.
We didn't do none of that. Even if it was time to leave, we didn't say us.
None of that.
We gave everybody their flowers, and we
got right to the bullshit at the end. And at the end, we was giving everybody their flowers.
gave everybody their flowers. We didn't even make the moment ours at all. Like, we made the moment everybody else's. The people that stepped out, the people that shared the stages with us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, Anisha for holding down the merch table. Like, we gave that moment to them. So yeah, like that was. I don't have no critiques. Like, I don't have nothing that, like, I would want to change.
I do have one I thought of. I would kindly request of the DJ to not bring all edited music. Can we get a few curse words? You know what I mean? Just one or two. We don't need the Kids Bop version of everything.
And definitely, we was all grown in there.
We was all grown in here.
Bop. Yeah, I don't have nothing, bro. I don't have any. I wish I'm just a critic, man, and I couldn't.
Yeah.
And I do want to say, man, even today was a humbling experience, man. I always say, man, get you a mentor, man. Somebody that's in the same field as you, that's doing the same thing as you, that can just for wisdom and advice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I want to shout out to Kale, man, and Andres with the Corner Podcast, man. I always try to say there's a podcast out here that's doing real big things, man. And shout out to their new deal and their recording studio. Fucking
That shit look professional as a motherfucker.
That shit's
bro,
amazing.
I was like, I don't think I've ever been nervous to record. And the dope part was that, it's literally, first of all, it's by the buffet. It's at the Wynn Hotel, right? It's by the buffet. And the windows, so you can see us from the hallway.
Yeah.
So people are walking, shopping and shit like that. You can see us from the window. The windows are hella big, like a shoe store.
Yeah.
The only difference is when you walk past, you can hear us talking through the speaker outside. So it was bringing crowds to watch.
That's crazy.
So they can watch you through the glass and they hearing you through the speaker above.
That's crazy.
And so it was like, oh shit. Like, oh shit.
I can't imagine.
And then they got the big ass fucking TV shit they got in the back. It was a full fucking production, man. I think the episode is already out. Shout out to Kel for that, man. It was just, it was cool. So many times, you know what I mean? Especially with, what we doing and when I'm talking to people, it becomes like a dick measuring contest between who's doing what. Oh, I'm doing this. So I'm doing this. Oh, I'm doing it. I'm doing this. Oh, I'm doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we was just having a conversation, man, and and I was getting, some knowledge, some feedback, you know what I mean? Just on different ideas and shit like that. And it was basically like, hey man, try this or look into this, you know what I mean? And he opportunities that may or may not arise, know. Find y'all somebody like that, man. Today was dope, man, and it was also it's bigger than this.
What do you mean?
Meaning like the high we on right now, so many people can get comfortable with that.
Yes.
And you can start talking shit and you can get arrogant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you see it like it's a different fucking level.
Yeah.
Like, this ain't even
You know
close
what
to
I'm
the
saying?
ceiling. We ain't
Niggas
even
in
close
there,
to the
they got the Xbox and the PlayStation. Full bar, niggas in there playing the PlayStation, the Xbox, watching football. Big ass recording studio, like it's huge. It's probably
it's shit like a TV station.
the biggest studio I've ever seen, and that's music wise as well. The biggest.
That shit like a TV station.
And
most deaf.
it's in the fucking wind, bro. So it was like, there's another level. There's another level. Keep grinding. Don't get comfortable. There's a whole nother level. So yeah, shout out to him for that, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Again, man. Shout out to the ladies, man. Sweatpants and stretch marks. Shout out to Tizzle and Carl. Gold 7, you know what I'm saying? Ben. Shout out the Goddess, man. Shout out us, man. Shout out, man, Ballin'. Shout out Ashari, man. Anisha. Denisha. Shout out to her. Coming through with the flicks, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to BC for coming through, man. Shout out to La Brea. She was there from 7:30, man, taking all type of video and shit. On some low key shit. I didn't even see her. Shout out to her, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to DigiWorld, man. Shout out to, everybody that support us. Shout out to everybody that came. And, shout out to the memories and shit we create to come, man. I ain't got nothing else, man.
No.
Shit, you said it.
We gotta do a melody now, man. What y'all taking us out with? Man?
You got something more?
It's old school smooth, bro.
What you playing this, man? Shout out to Wifey too, man. You gonna be mad when you hear the beginning, but I ain't mean it like that. It's a comedy podcast.
Yeah, it's a comedy podcast. So on that note, the old school smooth groove. It's not gonna be that old, but it's definitely gonna be in the same vein as the beginning of the show.
Tick, 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 tick.
I say you leave to go where? Say you never need me and don't care who you think you fooling. Girl, I'm a good nigga. Suicide you pulling and need a new trigger. How you gon' floss? How you gon' be on fleek? You gotta find a real boss if you gon' replace me. Yeah. Gonna be a loss. Just wait and see. Gon' run them streets and get your ass back here right where you're supposed to be. Cause you know where you belong. Oh. You gon' need me and I'll be gone. Just remember how I told you who's gonna love you like me? Not him, not her, not them, no. Who's gonna love you like me? Not then, not now, not ever. Who's gonna love you like me? I was willing to give my life for you, and I still don't act like you don't know. Who's gonna love you like me? No way, no how. I'll be there when you see. Who's gonna love?
You know what I mean?
You played the whole song
That was
too.
only the first verse.
Hey, shout out to man,
shit
peace
sound
to the
like
brother,
that.
man. Slim 400, man.
Who was Slim 400?
He a rapper from Compton, man. He got some joints with YG and shit.
What happened to him?
What happened to him?
Got
The
killed?
streets, man.
Yeah.
The
He
streets
did?
is streeting, yeah,
Yeah, that's tough.
yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Here or L.A.?
In LA.
That's crazy.
See why he be here?
Yeah, like a lot.
Yeah, man. So, peace to that brother, man.
Yeah, so.
What we
Count me out. I don't think so. Dang, that's crazy. You just seen it on what, Twitter or something?
yeah, it's everywhere.
That's crazy. That's
Look
crazy.
the name up. Crazy, man. Here today, gone tomorrow, man.
And made me want to play Bompton. Artist Power Love.
Niggas gon' count me out. Niggas gon' count me out, I know it. Niggas gon' count me out, I know. Niggas gon' count me out, I know it. G my flip flop, running on the track. I heard he on fire, but niggas ain't kissing. Niggas gon' count me out, I know.
Squeeze?
Niggas gon' count me out, I know it.
Who's King Bay?
Supermodel, bitch, she pretty. And now that chunky like a Lindsay. Blue lace, honey, side in your face on the bench. Ain't talking weed, I mixed that 4 with the 20. Went from the underdog to the top dog. I need it all, nigga. Fuck all the fake smiles, niggas knock off. Can't hide them. I'm peeping the skies. I know they intention, I see what they seeking, it's something they hide. Niggas gon' count me out. Niggas gon' count me out, I know it. Niggas gon' count me out, I know. Niggas gon' count me out, I know it. G my flip flop, running on the track. I heard he on fire, but niggas ain't kissing. Niggas gon' count me out, I know. Niggas gon' count me out, I know it.
Fuck with that. That's just hard.
That ain't bad.
That shit's hard. All right, man. As always, man, you can follow us on you can follow the podcast pages on Twitter at Views From The7, on Instagram at Views From The_7, and on Facebook at Views From The7. You can follow me on Twitter at Just Call Me Spence. That's JUS Call Me Spence, SPENC. Fellas, where can they find y'all at?
Well, first off, shout out to brother Nick Cannon, man. That's a tough loss that you experienced this week.
Yeah, man, I watched that video, man. That shit was triggering today.
That shit was very triggering. Yeah, I understand, especially in your position. So, yeah, just love and light to that brother, man. But you can catch me on Twitter and Instagram, Young Al Bundy. That's YUNG_Al_Bundy. And look out for us because we're on the way to the motherfucking top. Again, it's the last time y'all gonna hear me talk like this. Get back in my humble bag when we turn these mics off. But nigga, come fuck with us.
Yeah, before we get up out of here, it's real quiet in these streets about NBA Youngboy. You know what I'm saying? Came out today saying he like wearing makeup. It makes him feel like a rock star and shit. It's real quiet in these streets. Now it's a real nigga. What's gonna happen? And this is a real nigga that got a hold of y'all kids. It's real quiet in these streets.
Oh, it ain't fun no more. Niggas ain't sliding down the pole to get a devil a lap dance. Some different shit. It's wild.
Instagram Skinny Junior 777. YouTube Code 7. YouTube Views 7 Network.
All right, man. We up out of here.
Peace.
Peace.